How y'all like my new digs? Oh, let me get my audio together. Yeah, how y'all like my new digs, man? How do y'all like the new digs? Kevin targets all celebs out of envy. I'm related to cuz he been a bad seed. Hey, dude, a bag of bone. But before we get to Kevin McCall, right? Hey, check this out. I got Eton Thomas about to come up. He just hit me up, so we got to change up the interview. And dang, I got to find the part. Now that Eton hit me up and he want to come up, I want to find that part. He gonna be up at 10 o'clock, so that's like 7 minutes. But I want to find that part where Gil talked about Eton Thomas. I want to play that for him. I don't think he knows. Yeah, I don't think Eton know what he said. But the dude that's supposed to be done, it has done like 30 videos out of this last I'm done video. There's been 30 videos and shorts and edits since then. Um, what channel is that on? What is that dumb channel that he uses? Okay, this is the one he's talking about me. Okay, now it's Kwame Brown was exposed by Jim. Oh, man, this boy. Where is that original video at? God, dog, he got so many videos of me. I'm late. I don't understand this. I see it says it's over. They must have done took the whole original video down. And because he did a live, but I don't see the live. I see all the video. Mr. Who? Mr. calling me sexy? Okay, I got something for you, Mister. You sexy too now that you gone. Fuck wrong with you? Man, he trying not to look like a weirdo. There it is. Oh, he called it the some shit. All right, what's the timestamp of Eton Thomas? Did he say something about a time? Somewhere that Gilbert came to you and told you not to play Kwame. And I was like, I didn't hear nothing about that. So go straight. So Kwame, your man right here said he never heard nothing about me benching. I didn't tell him. I didn't tell him. Why would he know about it? Hughes didn't hear that shit. I didn't hear that shit. Jared Jeffries didn't hear that shit. Every teammate never heard no such motherfucking thing. So I'm gonna ask you directly. I don't want you to answer nothing else. I didn't watch this, by the way. Can you please tell us who told you that I had you bitched? Put a name on it. Who told me? Them directly. See, you like to call teammates. Call the teammate. This boy got to start a narrative every 2 seconds. Ain't nobody tell me nothing, clown. That's the thing. This boy is a clown. I swear to goodness, man. I ain't never see a bigger clown in my life. Let me show y'all how much of a clown this dude is. Let me show y'all this. This shit is annoying, man. They want to get rid of you so they can be you, man. These niggas want to get rid of you so they can be you. That's all it be. Boy, I told you had no imagination.
Magic. That's why it happens, Monique, as we know. As we know. Happens to the best of us.
Matt Barnes is suing Tasha K.
Damn.
60K extortion live with receipts over cheating rumors. I've never understood that. Like, how you gonna extort me for doing what I do? No, I'm just saying, as an NBA player or an athlete, like you're gonna threaten him to not expose his side chick. My girl gonna leave. I got a side chick. Man, I got another
AI deep fake videos. That's what. Oh, the future is.
I always look at this when you want to extort somebody. Wait, bro. Oh, man, nobody. You know damn well he's gonna miss that layup. The fucking play. They just be running play just to run it. It could cost you millions. It could, but it can't. I mean,
pass it to Bronny, nigga. Fuck.
Trust me, I would probably would have paid the 62. I ain't gonna lie. I'm talking because I ain't got no dirt these days. I probably would have paid 60 back then. That's cheap as fuck.
This is the.
He has to pay to lay. 60,000 is cheap as fuck. What kind of lame say some stuff like that? 60,000 is cheap as fuck. This guy is a lame. Now, way to tell every girl that all they got to do is DM you, dummy, and you'll pay them 60,000 to stop something. Watch what else he says. I told y'all he was a paymaster. He got to pay to lay. It ain't my fault. I told y'all who these dudes is. They want to get mad. You little paymaster. 60,000. That's nothing. I always got to do the duck lips like a hoe. Come on, man.
The night, Bronny. This is the night.
I think I paid what, 100, 200 for someone who said she was pregnant. It's the thought of it. Hold on, sweetheart. hold on. You said what? Soon as that 2,000, soon as that 200,000 hit that motherfucker account. Oh, it was a scare. All right. I bet it was. Oh, I'm not getting extorted these days, nigga. I'm not doing nothing to get extorted.
Ronnie, go.
No. Nigga, no. Why would you pass? That is bad playmaking. Come on, Bronny.
That's a turnover, Bronny. That's a turnover, in my opinion.
KYP, know your person now.
That's a turnover. Nobody.
Did y'all hear this clown say KYP, know your personnel? I ain't never seen somebody that got to copy everything someone else is saying, but I have never heard this dude. He was never around Michael Jordan like that, so he didn't know the terminology. That's something that Michael said directly to us in practice all the time. And now here go Gilbert Arenas saying, KYP, know your personnel. God, dog, man. And listen, bro, why don't you just change your name to Gilbert Kwame Brown? Because, like, you got to stop this shit. You done paid $100,000 for some booty, and then now you got to copy everything I say. And that's why you got to pay for booty. If you had an original bone in your body, you wouldn't have to keep coming over here trying to disrespect me because it hurts your feelings that you trying to be me. Because this shit is sad at this point, boy. You got to say everything I say. Can I have something to myself?
That is bad playmaking. Come on, Bronny.
That's a turnover, Bronny. That's a turnover, in my opinion.
KYP, know your person now.
That's a turnover. You're not in the.
KYP, know your person now. Hey, Mr. Me Too. Hey, Mr. Me Too. This is crazy, man. Y'all just tell me if y'all ever heard this before. I've never heard nobody say that on the internet until I said it.
Ronnie, go.
No. Nigga, no. Why would you pass? That is bad playmaking. Come on,
That's
Ronnie.
a turnover, Ronnie. That's a turnover, in my opinion.
KYP, know your person now.
That's a turnover. No, you're not in the pass, nigga.
Good. Oh,
Fastest smack tonight by the Magic. That's fine. It happens, Mo Nick says we know.
Industry's exemption.
I'm gonna put an overlay up. I'm gonna play this until the time come up. I'm gonna put this overlay up so that I don't get flagged. We're gonna play this up under fair use. Fair use. I got the mute back on. Well, the sound back on. We're gonna play this up under fair use. And I want to illustrate how this dude, Kevin McCall, is a vagabond. I just dropped the link for him, I think. Let me drop it again. If I didn't drop it, let me drop it. And let me text him again, make sure he hold on, y'all. Matter of fact, let me play it.
You 40? Okay.
I'm 40.
Did it make you feel more?
40-year-old virgin like
But I feel like it's a trap, and actually, they want you to cry about an extremely limited number of experiences.
Oh, I'll cry.
Yeah, but like, what gets you there? Like, what kind of? Okay, if a loved one or a relative
Wait.
died, and I cry, I feel like my
You know
girl
what?
gets
I
that.
don't-
That's okay.
Loved ones and relatives, I usually don't cry until
I wasn't
later.
crying over the EBT.
No, you was definitely crying over EBT.
I was crying over the fact that I qualified for EBT. That's crazy. I was crying over the fact that y'all don't realize when you get EBT, you get the medical. My feet is fucked up. I got shot in my feet. I got crazy shit going on that, I shouldn't have at 40 years old, but I make it look good. Y'all don't know. Black don't crack, but it erode, meaning it'll look good on the outside, but we got to take care of ourselves, black people. Water break.
You 40? Okay.
I'm 40.
Did it make you feel more?
40-year-old virgin like him.
Did it make you feel more comfortable crying or talking about the EBT thing, given that you were in a room with two other people who were on EBT? Smack and T-Roll both
I
admitted
wasn't
that
really
they were
thinking
on
about that, and like I said, it was for the
Oh,
medical.
T-Rail said he was on it too?
it. Yeah.
I heard Smack. I don't know about T. They didn't say that.
I feel like Smack or T-Roll, you can't be on EBT if you drive a G-Wagon, right?
Smack said he was on EBT now.
Yes. T-Roll, I think, was talking about back in the day, yeah.
Oh.
It's just like when you got like a homegirl and she like not that pretty, but you still tell her all the stuff that is pretty about her. Like, girl, that's some cute shoes, girl. You wearing that? It's kind of like that.
Girls love to do that too.
That's what he was doing. Like I had EBT too.
He might end up
But yeah, I
on it
don't
again.
feel embarrassed about that shit. I wasn't crying about the EBT. I was just crying like, damn, like I could use a 25K for something. I just want to whip. Because when I was hanging around a homie, I had a 2009 Jetta. I made 10 bands when I first got out, but they took that. That's why I qualified for fucking.
I mean, I think a lot of people's reaction to it was just kind of like, you should get out there and hustle and not.
Yeah, why you think I'm not hustling? Like that was crazy.
But I'm gonna be real, right?
Yeah, I did say that, didn't I?
You trying to give me a Fed case?
Yeah, but right now,
There's a lot of ways you could hustle. It doesn't have to be
I'm on my
illegal.
granny couch, Adam. I'm
You're not
gonna
talking
I'm gonna
about-
start today.
You talk about hustling music or just get a job?
Either way. Don't you wake up and just try to figure out how to get some bread every day, basically?
Every day.
You know?
I'm too fucking sexy and I'm too talented to ever do a job. I won't even do a job like you do. I don't even have to work. And people will bless me. I know this sounds like some cocky shit, but I lived it. Like,
but
I'm a prophet, bro.
But you can't, like,
my legacy, people want to pay me because
you
of my
don't
legacy.
have to work.
I don't have to work. Now I can't take care of my kids. I can't take care of you and you, but me, I could go to Africa, I'm good. I could go to China. They know me there. Y'all could make me feel like I'm nothing here, but I know. No, I get the DMs. Like, I'm really like that nigga.
If you needed to, wouldn't you?
Do y'all hear this goddamn bag of bum? Do y'all hear this clown? I'm sexy. And what do you say? That might work for you and you and you. But I'm known all around the world. I can't take care of my kids, but I can take care of me. That's the reason why you need to be shoveling shit or anything else you got to do to get a goddamn job, jackass. You supposed to be shoveling shit if you have to. But you talking about, I don't got to do all that. That might be for you because you ain't got no talent. Like, this dude is a clown. This dude is a clown. But this says a lot about women, because I want you to show, I'm going to go back. I want y'all to hear what this man said in the beginning of how he getting around. I want y'all to know what he said about crying and what he got out of crying. Let me see.
I'm 22.
Was that a bitch move? I mean, it's definitely a moment of emotional weakness that if you were a street rapper would probably be deemed unacceptable.
Right.
I don't make the
rules. You know how many bitches I got off that? You think I care about what niggas was saying? One. Oh, it's only two right now. Three.
I'm just saying, I don't think Lil Durk could.
He said, do you know how many bitches I got off that? He starts pointing around the room. One, two. Matter of fact, I might have to drop this down real quick for y'all to see this dude. Y'all might have to see this.
Saying one. Oh, it's only two right now. Three.
I'm just saying, I don't think
what niggas was saying. One.
I don't make the rapper would probably be deemed unacceptable.
Right.
I don't make the
rules. You know how
rules.
many bitches I got off that? You think I care about what niggas was saying? One. Oh, it's only two.
That nigga said, you know how many bitches I got off this? One. Oh, it's only two. No man also he broke pimp. No man at all. So he a broke pimp. Yeah, this man pointing around the room and there's women in there allegedly. And he said, you know how many women I got? One, two. And he didn't say women. So why is it always, I told y'all, a lot of these women be taking care of these Negroes. Some of these ladies, they make all this money just to take care of a man. Okay, hold on. My boy Eton's here. So we got to change up the subject. Let me take that down. Let me take this overlay down. Hold on. All right. Now, let me get this back over here. All right. Eton, what's up, brother?
What's going on, sir? How you feeling?
Man, I can't complain. Nobody would care if I would. You like my new background? Hold on, let me show you my new background.
You got something new going on.
Nah, I just got an overlay up, man. Little background. But what's going on?
Got the piano? You be playing the piano? No, you don't play the piano.
No, that's a fake background, man.
I got you. I'm like, all right, man, Kwame on the piano.
No. If I did, I'd have the little letters on it. I know that GGEGAGE. I learned that in middle school. I could play that over again.
Go to the basics. Nah, but
hey,
I wanted to holler at you. Because I saw that's why when I text you.
All right.
I saw your thing when it was recapping what we did, and I want to say for the record, I was not saying that you was going to do anything to Gilbert. I was not saying that you was calling off anything. That wasn't what I was trying to say. I was talking fast, so that's how it came.
No, I was reading the comment section. Like these comment section was like, "What the? Only you and Prof can do this." I'm like, they think we beefing like Biggie and Tupac or something. I'm like, what the?
I don't think it was that. I mean, I think we use the word beef, but that's probably not the right word to use because it's not like a Biggie and Tupac type of beef. It's not like you're gonna do something violent to him. You know what I mean? It's more like a back and forth. Maybe that's what it is. You know what I mean?
To me, it's more like what they do to get us black folks to beef with each other so that it can only be one. That's why they're having the same MJ, LeBron, Kobe debate. Gilbert Arenas was on the outside looking in of the drama that actually started with All the Smoke podcast. But we both were doing numbers off of said beef. You seen what my YouTube channel did, arguing with Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes. Yeah. Their show, they got a lot of views off of it. So Gilbert kind of sat back and was like, man, I need to get in on this. And so he started coming up with these different basketball stories. So anytime I would say anything to him, he comes up with a basketball story. So this ain't nothing more than just a clout chase by Gilbert Arenas. I told DJ Vlad, I'm not coming on your podcast. Yeah. And now there's like 4 interviews with Gilbert Arenas on Vlad.
Now that DJ Vlad, and I said this when I posted it, but DJ Vlad, TMZ, I don't like the way that they promote brothers beefing with each other, and they try to do the Biggie and Pac thing, like, you know what I mean, and like, you know, this person said this person and this, and like kind of hype it up and everything like that, and they keep doing that, and I don't like that at all because they don't. And this is my opinion. I don't really know these cats, but just watching the stuff that they post in their work, they like profiting off of beefs, off of black men denigrating each other and talking bad about each other, and that's like their thing. So that part I have a big issue with because I think they're almost like promoting it so that it does go, you know, further. And if some tragedy happens, they just move on to the next. Like nothing
but
happens.
it's always a dude that's willing to play along with it though. Because all this started because I told Vlad TV, I'm not doing an interview with you. I think you're a culture vulture. And the media has done this same trick for years. What they do is, okay, I can't do an interview with you, then I'll interview anybody around you that don't like you. And so that's what Gilbert is there for. He's interviewing. I'm like, okay, so Gilbert, can you please just, if Vlad TV or anybody asks you a question about me, just don't say nothing. So he comes up and concocts another way to talk about me by saying, hey, I think I would be the #1 pick if we did the draft over again, and Kwame might go #3. And it's just like another way just for you to keep saying my name. So it's, and then everybody else on the outside looking in, why was Kwame so offended by that? If you knew what I knew and how I feel about Gilbert, all I ask respectfully is to not say nothing about me. That's it.
I mean, so when me and Prof was talking before, we was talking about trying to bring y'all to the table and seeing how, you know, it was, I don't know, I'm about to give up on it though, Kwame. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I'm like, I don't think Gilbert is there. I don't think he necessarily I mean, he likes to joke, and I think he did, and I didn't watch it, but some people told me, I guess he went on he did a long one after we did ours.
6 hours.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not about to watch 6 hours and talk about this.
Don't worry, he broke it up in the clips and he talked about you too.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not. Well, the thing is, this is what people were saying, that he didn't like my interview with Coach Jordan because he felt that we were talking bad about him. But that wasn't even the point. Like let me say what my point. My point when we was talking when I was talking with Coach Jordan wasn't necessarily to talk bad about Gilbert. I was more talking bad about Ernie Grunfeld. Just so we're clear, when I now it's not to saying that Gilbert is blameless, you know what I mean, but I was saying that I felt, and I still feel, and I will always feel this way, that Ernie Grunfeld let Gilbert do whatever he wanted to do, and Gilbert knew that. Like we talked about that before. Like he said that when he came on my podcast a while ago, that he knows that. This isn't like breaking news.
So why do he get upset when I give him a little bit of the blame? Why does he get so mad when I say something?
Okay, well that I don't know. We know, but I'm just saying, like, talking bad about Gilbert. It wasn't saying he was a horrible teammate. That's not what our point was. The point was, yes, Gilbert, you and if you, I'm sure he's listening to this, you know, as well as everybody else knows, that if you would have made different choices, you would be a Hall of Famer.
Are y'all listening to what hold on, wait, Eton. I just want the chat to listen to what you're saying. Take this in, guys. This is exactly what I said about Gilbert Arenas. I said offensively, he was amazing. Yes. He just didn't play defense, and he made horrible decisions because of the way he behaves. We were talking about behavior. I said because of the way he behaves, I don't want to be around somebody like that. And you're explaining exactly what I said. So what am I saying wrong?
Well, so like I'll even take it further. So that whole like one step past the half court and knocking down threes, I saw him do that before Steph was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like with ease, like regular, like just take one step and just launch him. Like the skill level that he had, he could have been one of the greats. You know what I mean?
Then he gets mad.
I even go further. His number would be retired with the Wizards. Like that's the level of how his talent was at that time. If he would,
but what got in the way? He didn't even want to rehab his knee the right way because nobody can tell him that. Well, that's Gilbert Arenas.
But this is the thing. This is the thing, and I need Gilbert to understand this. We are old now. Number one, right? We look back on mistakes that we have made, and we can say we didn't do this the best way. And there's nothing wrong with that. I do that all the time. I talk about mistakes. I was just in speaking in New York, talking to these young people at Rock Nation at LIU, and I was talking about mistakes that I made. Literally, you know what I mean? Because you're supposed to learn. First of all, that was 25 years ago. We old now. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to be in the same place right now at the age that we are, the big age that we all are now, than where we were 25 years ago.
But he's still stuck in a time capsule because he'll speak towards me. Everybody loves to talk about Kwame Brown. It's like the topic at a dinner table or a picnic or something. So then when Kwame Brown says something back, I don't look at Gilbert Arenas like everybody else look at him. I look at him like a pompous, arrogant loser who played one end of the court, who if he would have dug in at 6'3" and would have got over screens and played defense, then maybe he wouldn't have had as much to give you on offense, but we would have won games. Being 6'3", laying in the screens and only playing one end of the court and joking and playing all the time, that was my problem with Gil. I knew we would never win with that style of play. You cannot win with a guy that just shoots the ball all day and don't play defense. So when I said that about him after he said all these things about me, then it's, oh, he's jealous of my career. And I'm like, okay, Gil, if you just don't want to talk about each other, then let's not talk. But if you're going to speak about me, then I'm going to speak my truth or whatever the truth is about you. I don't believe in my truth. So I'm going to speak the truth about you. Well, so look at this guy. He said, Gil exposed you for the liar. He had receipts. You guys don't understand how Gilbert manipulate y'all. I said Gilbert Arenas went to the coach and had me taken out of a game that I was dunking and played well. I even said the points that I scored to the exact. I think I had 13 points or 7 or 8 rebounds. So with a game like that, you don't go from that to basically no post-ups, one shot, not playing. If I show you, because I can, Carcino showed the timeline. The first game in the playoffs, Gilbert had 9 points to that game. The second game, Gilbert had like 30-something points. He came out, shot the ball every time he touched it. We lose the game. So we lost the game that he didn't shoot. So he goes to the coach and he says to him, I was in the way. And I can show you with video that the only thing we did different from the first game to the rest of the games is I was in the post with the ball. He tells the coach I wasn't doing nothing with the ball, but the video says a whole lot different. And then he goes on video and said, Tyson Chandler was killing us in the playoffs. We did a breakdown of that. Tyson Chandler had 2 points, 2 rebounds the first game. Second game, he had like 4 points and 4 rebounds. When I exited, Tyson Chandler started averaging a double-double every game. Tyson Chandler, I think one game had 21 and 13 or some shit like that in like the third or fourth game. So Tyson Chandler got paid based on Gilbert Arenas telling them, in my opinion, to take me out of the game, because there's no way on God's green earth Tyson Chandler would have had those type of numbers against me.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, so and I hear y'all, and y'all rash out the details of it. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I just wish this is what because y'all there's a certain kind of playing around that I never took part in, and it was like the ribbing. You know what I mean? Like the going back and forth. I never took part in that. And that's kind of Gilbert's thing. Like he does that with Nick Young, and they go back and forth with each other and they stuff like that. And but at some point, you got to see the other person's not laughing and it's not jokes no more, and leave it alone. And I just want him to get to that point with you where it's like, okay, there's nothing else to talk about. Like you don't have to do no more jokes. You don't have to. You don't went to cross the line, and somebody told me that in that 6 hour, you know what I mean, thing where he was breaking down everything like that, he did apologize for saying something about your family. Somebody
That's fake. That's fake.
I didn't hear because I didn't watch.
Listen, I'm from the South. You don't apologize to a man over a computer. If I said something about your mother or your family, hold on one second. Go ahead. Yeah. If I said something about someone's mother or family, I'm gonna go to that person. The first time you hear an apology is gonna be from me, and it probably won't be on the phone. It'll probably be in person. If I said something that personal about somebody that you care about, I'm not gonna say that for views and clicks to garner sympathy for people to think that I'm a nice guy. I just think all of that is cap.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can't. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't he apologize? Did he? Or did you watch all the 6 hours?
Hell no.
I mean, okay, did you watch some of it?
I didn't even watch it because I knew it was gonna be BS. So I was waiting on. Of course, they sent me little snippets. So he tried to counter everything I was saying by just moving around what actually happened. He didn't go to the first game in the playoffs where I actually played. He went to straight to the second game. And so that's why I know Gilbert is always going to manipulate the truth. And I know that his agent came to Utah. He came to several other places. Dan Fagan wasn't the most savory guy in the world. Gilbert Arenas knows this. I never wavered from my story. And even the reporter that came out to my house, I never told y'all what was going on. I just left. And so there was a reporter, a black guy, who flew all the way to my house in LA.
That was Michael Lee. That was
Michael Lee.
That was one of the guys that I had on.
Right.
The reason why I had those particular reporters on, they were all involved in this story in that area, in that era. You know,
look at this guy. Look at this guy. Kwame, you signed before Tyson Chandler. You guys don't know anything about basketball. You don't know anything about contracts. Austin Reeves could have signed this summer. Austin Reeves bet on himself. That does not mean that there's not a deal on the table for Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves' agent can get him a deal right now. And I'm sure the Lakers, the way he's playing, they would be hard pressed to get him signed right now before he get into the free market. So if you never played basketball, don't think that there's a 1 year window where you can sign. No, you can sign the year before your contract comes up so that you don't go into the free market. But Gil manipulates you guys because you don't really know nothing about basketball.
Well, this was my main point that I want to make sure, and I'm gonna say it again and make sure it is abundantly clear that I was not in any way saying that Kwame was going to do any type of physical harm or attack or anything like that, or send some people out looking for Gilbert. That's not what I was saying. That's not what I was trying to say. That was not my point.
The people in the chat was saying Gil was trying to do that to me. I got all his threats that he said, but I looked at it like he's just talking for the internet. But until he was hanging out with the Russian mob, I just looked like he was just running his mouth for the internet.
Well, I don't know nothing about all that, but I just want to make sure that's not what I was saying. And I will say also that a lot of people did see and appreciate the fact that you did take the step first and say that you would take responsibility for your part, and he had to take a responsibility of his part, for his part, and you would be able to just squash everything. Like when we had our interview, people did see that, and they did say that, and they commented, and they said different things to me. So that went over well. I just don't think it's you know what I mean. I wish it would be. in my mind, in me and Prof's mind, and maybe me and Prof are have some I don't know, too much what was it called? Optimism. You know what I mean? Too much rose-colored glasses. But
Yeah, y'all have too much optimism because y'all don't see the monetary value in talking about me. He's never going to stop talking about me because he's made his most money talking about me. If you go back and look at ESPN First Take, I came through and smashed them, so they can't talk about me no more. And if you go back and look at every draft, they would bring up Kwame Brown, and it would be one of the number one things that they would do. They would bring out that old rant with Stephen A. Smith, and it would get millions of views. It's like the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah. And so Gilbert Arenas is now tapped into that market, and he comes up with these idiotic stories. Oh, downstairs, he beat you up. That was actually Brendan Haywood when he chased Brendan out of the club, and because he didn't help with the fight with PJ Brown, and he threw a water bottle at the back window while Brendan jumped in the cab and drove off. I was there that night. But what happens is Gilbert Arenas listen and hear me tell stories, and then he go regurgitate them to his little gamers, and they think what he's saying is real. But it is what it is. He's never going to stop talking about me. It's too much money in talking about me.
You ever going to stop? I mean, that's everybody.
He's tried. Gilbert Arenas has had his most success talking about Kwame Brown outside of basketball. He's tried to have 3 or 4 shows. None of them were successful. The moment he starts talking about Kwame Brown, he's a hit. Anytime he says anything about me, he gets a spike in views. So he's never going to stop talking about me.
I mean, that's unfortunate, man. I mean, because I mean, it's just so sometimes enough is enough. You know what I mean? Like it's like let's move on. You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's a good thing. It'll see the difference between a company man and an actual man. Because I don't own 50% of what I have. I own 100% of what I have. Gilbert Arenas tells people I own 100% of nothing. That makes absolutely no sense. But to the gamers and the people that he watched, they joke a lot. So everything is funny. But it'll give me a canvas so people can see, hey, do I want to be this guy? Or do I want to be a guy that turned myself into an employee that could be fired at any moment?
But that's the thing. Though. A lot of people, I saw some people commenting and saying, "Well, why are you trying so hard to get them to squash it? It's entertaining. This is good. Why it's good?" I was like, "No, that's not entertaining. Like I don't find it entertaining. I'm
not entertained by it. Somebody just keep making up stories about me. That's what they think trolling is. A guy that I haven't been around Gilbert in 20 years. The guy make up stories about me as if if I was just to start saying things about you, I haven't really physically seen you since 2006 or something like that. I may have bumped into you one other time, right. But if I was to speak about your life right now, I'm ignorant to what's going on in your life right now. Right. So just because we played together, that's what Gilbert uses. He uses, I know him because we played together. You knew me as basically a kid. I'm a grown man. I'm rounding the corner to 50.
Yeah, we're getting old.
And this dude is steady playing online, and like it makes me mad that. Well, the people that know me actually know me in real life. The people I work with and the circle that I have, it really don't affect nothing. But the people that don't know me, it gives off the impression that I'm not as serious as I am. And I tell people I'm just joking with him online just to get other kids to see that's not who you want to be. Gilbert Arenas made himself a bust the moment he got drafted with me. He told those people he wanted to be an international pimp. He didn't run on the treadmill. He had a gun case in college. So if you want to define someone as a bust, to me, is someone that has so much talent and nobody was in his way. And he just destroyed everything he touched based on his behavior. I can't help that Michael Jordan came back and I never got a chance to be the number 1 spot or the number 1 player. I don't even cry about that because I think it made me the person who I am. And this is who I was supposed to be in the beginning. Basketball is just basketball. People act like you have to play basketball in life. You really don't.
But people don't understand the lessons of life, and that's where I even using all of us as lessons.
He wants you to address me quitting. He trying to address me quitting, and he said Kwame didn't quit.
Yeah, he didn't quit. I addressed that with Coach Jordan. You know what I mean? And I told specifically there was nothing. It wasn't a matter of quitting. I was there. Like people, they say Eddie Jordan said he and the owner pulled up to Kwame's house and asked if he wanted to play in the playoff. Okay,
Yeah, they were trespassing. I told them before they got there that I wasn't playing, so they was trespassing. Actually,
I mean, but then you quoted that part that Eddie Jordan said, but then did you hear the part that I said right after that Eddie Jordan didn't know, and that was the part where it was Kwame's maturity of not wanting to come to the to practice when he was so upset with Gilbert because of what that's the part, and he stayed away. That is maturity. Y'all don't understand that's not quitting. That's maturity. You know what I mean? Because I didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? Kwame had that at a young age. So he stayed away and said, listen, it would be better if I stay away right now because of how upset I am. We're in the middle of the playoffs. You know what I mean? And this is going on. It's better that I stay away. When he told me that, and I mean, if you're gonna quote the talking to the person that just commented, if you're gonna quote the part, quote the whole part. And then I explained to Coach Jordan, and I said I had gotten into an argument with Coach Jordan when I was actually advocating for Kwame when he didn't come to the practice, and I explained to Coach Jordan when I was interviewing him a lot of the stuff that he did not know, and he still didn't know to this day. It was still news to him when I explained it to him. So
yeah, and this is what people don't want to understand. If a player can undermine the coach and tear up fine slips in front of a coach, and they don't have to go to practice, one could make the argument that that's not a team. If it's one set of rules for one person and there's a set of rules for everybody else, that's not a team. And I've never been a part of an organization other than the Wizards that did that. Not even Kobe, one of arguably the greatest players who ever played, he didn't behave like that. So an idiot second round pick that got paid to behave like that, I think that's what's wrong with the league. And we don't talk about that enough. The reason why so many overseas players are starting to become better than our American players is because we get paid, get the bag, and start acting like rappers and start being in the club and start acting like a guy like Gilbert. So the level of play has gone down. We are identifying players as rebounders, as runners, as scorers. Overseas, they don't do that. The big men can handle the ball. They play every position. These guys in the next 5 years, there's not going to be any top NBA player that's not from overseas.
I mean, I think that one of the things, and we both see that situation the same. I just put so much blame on Ernie Grunfeld, and I get frustrated because that's never talked about.
I put $51 million of blame on Gilbert Arenas. When you get $51 million, he's not a baby. This is a grown man that showed discipline in order to get that type of money. Gilbert Arenas is a monster when it comes to working out, when it comes to showing discipline, when it comes to making himself the best product he can be. But when it comes to doing everything right to advance the team, he's nowhere. He's not responsible enough to do that.
I mean, I feel what you're saying. But I'm just saying that I think that if you hear about the Miami culture, right? Mm-hmm. You wouldn't have been able to do none of that in the Miami culture because it wouldn't have been allowed.
No, I agree. I agree, but just like
no, you can't do that, and it would have been stopped. But so even if he wanted to do that, it wouldn't have happened. So that's
just like Udonis Haslem, right? Udonis Haslem was put in place on the Miami Heat so that a Jimmy Butler or somebody come through with that type of attitude, then Udonis Haslem is in their face, and there's not a GM that's undermining it. So I give you the credit to that. But just like what Udonis Haslem does, there's a responsibility on the player as well. We cannot give grown men a pass that's getting $51 million to be a professional athlete, and he's a black man. Well, he's a Cuban man and masquerading as a black man. And then he goes and does the things that he does with the maturity level that he shows. I think that's the problem. And in the media, they only want to show a maturity level of Gilbert Arenas. They don't push you forward. You wrote books. You do all kind of things. They only push Kwame Brown forward when I started arguing with my teammates. Other than that, they didn't talk about me on the Breakfast Club. I've been the number one draft pick this whole time. I didn't make it to the Breakfast Club until I said something about stacking Matt Barnes.
No, I mean, that's true. That's true.
A guy who spit on a black man in public in front of everybody.
Yeah, I mean, but I have my issues with the media with how they portray us, as a whole anyway. especially as black athletes. I think there's certain things that you wouldn't see happen to other athletes the way that they would happen to you. I mean, I don't see Stephen A. Smith. I mean, we don't have to go down that road. We already know how, but it's just that there's a certain level of denigrating athletes that has become the norm in the media, and that bothers me. You know what I mean? And it also bothers me when I see other former athletes taking part in that, and that's the part that it's don't be like them. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have there's like a brotherhood that we have, and there's nothing wrong with critiquing anybody.
I don't think we have a brotherhood at all. Now that I look back at the media and what it did, I was one of the most quiet players in the world. And now I see a video of Tracy McGrady talking about me out of the blue. There's several players that I didn't know that was speaking about me that had I known at the time, I would have definitely said something to them, because it's like, why? What is the point? What are you gaining out of talking about me? You a broke back dude that's trying to win, and you got time to worry about a trade with Kwame Brown? Like, I don't get it.
Well,
it's almost like they got paid to do so.
Well, no. They set it up. So literally everywhere that I would, so I can say for me personally, they tried to set it up for me to talk bad about MJ, about Michael Jordan for years. Like, that's what they wanted to say. They're like, okay, you always speak out. You're always an activist. But MJ, he said Republicans buy shoes too. He's not the activist. So what do you have to say about that? And they put the camera to me. And they're trying to get me. So it just sometimes guys got to see what's going on and not take the bait. Like, you see what they're trying to do. They're trying to pit one person against the other. And guys fall for it. And they'll put you on TV, they'll give you a good contract, and then tell you, you know what I mean? Now, talk bad about this player. Talk bad about this player. You know what I mean? Do that. And that's the part that I don't like that at all. You know.
But what would Tracy McGrady get out of that? He's not smart enough to know that. He's a all-star in the league. Why would he mention me? That would be crazy.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Tracy McGrady in particular. I'm talking more in general. But I understand your point, because you say he was talking about you. But I'm just talking about in general. And they keep setting it up. It's like the Vlad TV people. They keep setting it up. Cats, if you go on Vlad TV, you know what they're trying to do.
That's why I don't go.
You know what I mean?
I don't understand why people can't make the smart decision beforehand. I didn't go on Vlad because of that reason. All he's going to do is ask me to talk about a crime or talk about somebody I'm beefing with or something negative. He's not going to promote nothing that somebody got doing. People don't make money off going to Vlad. They make money off the drama. If they got drama, you end up going to jail or getting a #1 song until you get unalive. But other than that, I don't see what's the point.
But that's the problem, though, because what you said earlier, that's what gets all the clicks. That's what people tune in to see. You can see the Breakfast Club, and I watched about 5-10 minutes before I had to turn that mess off of when Dame Dash came on the Breakfast Club, and they were just going back and forth. He's mad. He's all. It got like millions of views. I was like, why people want to watch this? But so then you see that formula work. You see how the views are, and then people just want to duplicate it. But views ain't everything, man. It's like all money not good money. That's my. Yeah. I'm not. It's not my thing, and I don't like seeing it. Other cats, I don't want to knock their hustle, but it's just it's not.
I got a question for you, because somebody brought this to my attention. Casino for life. Gilbert Arenas hadn't been a part of the Washington Wizards, the NBA, or nothing. I hadn't seen him or nothing. But then when we have our little back and forth, I say something about the Washington Wizards and how they ran things as an organization. And then all of a sudden, Washington fell in love with Gilbert again. Did you think that had anything to do with our back and forth?
I mean,
because what did he do to get back in their good graces?
Yeah, I mean, they really wasn't messing with Gilbert for a while. I will say that. And,
I reunited this boy with the Wizards. I done got him a show.
I mean, they did bring him back. I understand the timing of it, because then they brought him back and they had him, Karan and Antoine. They did the 3, but he hadn't. Yeah, I mean, it was around that time. I don't know if that was the deciding factor, but it was close to the time period. I can't disagree with that.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm just saying, I'm changing lives out here,
I just want, and this is my thing. When people was always telling me, like, you're wasting your time with this. Like, why? There's so much stuff to talk about. Like, why are you even worried about them? And like I said, we was talking, it's really for the young people that are watching us. That's the whole reason. It ain't even about Gilbert. It ain't about you, how y'all feel about each other. It's because of the young people. So I wanted to try to set a good example. That's it. I wasn't.
You know what? You know what though? And this is why
I'm trying.
this is why I say in real life though, right?
Uh,
I have 15 to 20-year-olds that they've watched this Gilbert Arenas thing. They've watched him. They seen the stuff that he's done on YouTube. They ain't just go on his Instagram where he cleans himself up. They seen this man sit on a panel and call my mother a prostitute, call her a hoe, and say all kind of disparaging things about me. Speak firsthand about situations that he wasn't there for. Say I beat a woman. Say all kind of disparaging things about me. And you know what that young brother said? He said, "Man, I learned a lot from watching you. I don't know how you stay calm. I would have been crashed out. He would have been in a box, or I'd have been in a jail just because somebody was talking." I said, "For what?" I said, "He just talking to try to get a show." And every time he talks, he gets another show. Got a football show now. So it's sad that society is built around lying on one so another one can win. But I do think in real life, these young fellas are learning because they've walked up to me all the time and tell me, like, dude, I know you can whip Gil ass. Like, I don't know why you haven't tried to position yourself around them yet. And I said, because that's what they want.
yeah.
They've been looking when they go on a Breakfast Club and say that Kwame's mad about his basketball career, and then they depict the story of my father being a murderer and all these certain things, and then they say, "Watch out, Kwame come from a family of murderers," and they say this on the Breakfast Club.
Who's saying that?
Charlemagne the God.
Oh, but he's
So
but he's one of them. He's like Vlad TV. He's like how Wendy Williams used to. And
it's a go along, get along game. I said something about Stack and Matt, and the reason why Charlemagne said something because he has a vested interest in that show. So Charlemagne the God is literally funding a few shows allegedly. So when you hear a bunch of people talk about me, it's a media game. It's a shell game. The people that get put on by other companies, they handle the dirty work for these guys that's putting on the show. So when I say something in the media, all they do is just come up with negative stories. The one story they're going to use is my children. I have the greatest relationship with my children, not so much their mother. And so that's been the age-old thing that they use against me over and over again. But at the end of the day, I don't think Gilbert and all these people are ever going to stop talking about me because there's too much money in it. And they need people like Gilbert because I preach against everything that Gilbert is about. I'm not going to build a show and sell 50% of it. I would do what Cameron and Mace did. I'll build up the show, and then I go ahead and get a licensing deal. And hopefully we can do it that way where we got a partnership and I'm not giving up creative control and everything on my show. Gilbert, they're going to push him out front because they want everybody to be that stupid. They want everybody to be able to be hired and fired and move another guy in his basement. And so I just preach against that. You know as just as well as I know, when you were done playing, 90-something% of your income stopped instantly. So you should know, just like I know, it's not about a check. It shouldn't be about a check no more, especially after all the money we made. It should be about ownership. It should be about controlling the narrative. It should be about being able to spend time with our family. It should be freedom at total freedom. Like, I'm never going to take a job for somebody else. And they say never because I already work for somebody. I work for me. And so anything outside of me that I build, I can't do it. But I can partner with anybody. And so what Gil preach and what those white guys have him preach is totally different than what I preach.
Yeah, I mean, I just you had to be. Everybody has to be able to look at themselves and look at the mistakes that they've made and be honest about it and learn from it. And then, you know what I mean, teach the younger cats, okay, I made this mistake. I didn't do this right. I didn't do this well, but I learned from it. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? And it's just that's what we're supposed to do. And you can't take offense because somebody's talking about something from 25 years ago. And it was almost like they're saying I was a bad teammate and I didn't do this and I didn't work hard. Everybody said that. Everybody said that you was a bad teammate. Everybody said you didn't work hard.
I said he was a bad teammate. That was just my opinion because you didn't play defense.
So he was a different, like what I always talked about, coming in there and seeing him working out for 2 hours, you know what I mean? Individual work, getting all this stuff. And he had a high IQ, everything like that. But he just had this thing where he kind of wanted to act out. And that was
it's not just about an act. I'm telling you, there's a difference between Gilbert Arenas and when I saw Kobe Bryant doing slide drills on defense, that's why this man won championships. And that's why I don't appreciate Gil and a lot of these people that are losers to talk about. Me and Gil are in the same boat. We both lost. He scored points for a few years, but he's a loser. I'm a loser. I never won no championship. So at the end of the day, what makes a winner? It's not a guy that's going to go work out in the gym by himself so he can make sure he hit all the shots he wants. It's the grunt work. It's the little things that you don't want to do. I watched Kobe Bryant with a sore ankle put his hands behind his back and work on slide drills and moving his feet. That's why they won championships. You saw a 40-year-old MJ play cards all night long, but he's still up at 6 o'clock in the morning working, not just shooting the ball. When LeBron James, what do you see him do every time you see him on video? You see him shooting threes. You see him step back shooting threes. Do you remember the series of moves that MJ used to do in workouts before the game? Was he just shooting jump shots or was he going game speed?
Yeah, it was all mid-range from that elbow. He would pump fake, he would do all the different stuff and that was his thing.
So when I try to tell guys what they're seeing right now is not real basketball, it's scripted to score points. This is not basketball. No one goes to the park and say, okay, Atan, you have the freedom of movement to come right here at this block, and then I'm going to start playing defense on you. No, we're going to fight like monsters and dogs for you to get to this spot.
It's going to change eventually. It's going to go back. It's not going to stay like this forever. This is like, I think this is like a bad phase that basketball is in for a while because they saw the success that Golden State had and Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, all them shooting all threes. And it's going to be a phase. It's going to go back. You know
how you ruin something when you take away its authentic nature and you try to manufacture points and you try to manufacture anything when involved in basketball. You know just as well as I know, somebody can dribble better than you. They could be taller than you. But what's the one thing they can't control? The will that you can impose on someone else. We can control that by saying, Atan, you're bigger than this guy. Don't touch him. Atan, you're stronger than this guy. Let him walk. They're controlling the game.
I'm agreeing with you. I do not disagree with that you just said. I'm just saying that it's not going to be stuck here forever.
I hope it's not stuck there forever. I think the fans are rebelling so much.
We both hoping.
Yeah. But after this whole gambling scandal, I think people are going to start watching with a close eye, and all this scripted basketball, it must stop. Golden State and Cleveland in the finals every year. Really?
I mean, the NBA opened itself up to gambling so much with the advertisers and everything like that. You can't be surprised if something, happens when you with gambling.
Chrissy O said Gil already KO'd this. Is done. Gilbert just lied to y'all. Gilbert skipped from the first. I'm not going to go back to that. I'm not going to waste your time while you up here. We'll argue with them. We already put Gil lights out. The timeline worked perfectly. He skipped past game 1 and went to game 2. But finish what you were saying, though.
I don't even remember.
My bad. Chrissy O, that's just somebody that always trolled me. She kind of triggered me a little bit. My bad.
Oh, you good. But you know what I'm saying? You keep doing your thing. It's like you said, unfortunately, it's going to keep going. Gilbert's going to keep talking. He's going to keep joking, going to keep, clowning. I was hoping he would move past it. He said he was going to, but, I don't know.
But I don't care about that joke. He could joke. He could lie about my brother. He could lie about whatever. I don't care. But I'm just letting you know, he got trial next year. If he goes to jail, I'm going to report on it. I'm going to report. He's in the news. Harvey Levin report on it without them saying it's beef. If he gets set free, I'm going to report on it. Okay. It's in the news. I don't do nothing but report on it. You guys did an interview. I reported on it. He mad at me. Oh, let me show you how everything he said is a lie about basketball in his career. I'm like, damn, all this because I reviewed an interview?
Hey, I don't know. It's
They can't go back each time. Sports gambling and fantasy sports, everything is about more points now. Yeah. Take the big man out of the paint so they have a longer rotation to help so LeBron and all these guys can get to the basket. It's terrible. And then why are they dropping and plugging? Every time I watch a game, I swear it's hard for me to watch basketball because when I see the center go back and stand into the paint, I'll be like, what the hell are you doing?
Right. The guy's going to shoot the ball. Why are you not
They're
pushing?
not better scorers. Just imagine letting Gilbert Arenas, and I don't even like Gil, but imagine him coming off with somebody standing in the paint. What are you going to be able to do?
He'd have had 100.
He would have scored 60 a night.
Oh, man. Yeah, 100%.
Like, so what are we doing? We're giving them credit for guards just saying, big man, show me what you're going to do. You're going to stay back? Okay, cool.
Right.
Okay, you coming up? Okay, lob to your guy. So a big man is always like, oh, shit, I don't know what to do.
You're in the Matrix.
Yeah, like I would have told coach, look, if you want me to play that defense, put Eton in.
Hey, man, listen, when Coach Jordan came, I was like, look, you want me to do that? And I told him, I was like, you want me to run way over there? I'll run way over there. It's all good. Just tell me what you want me to do. I just wanted to play. You know what I mean?
And then here I am trying to talk logical basketball. I'm like, coach, why don't you just ask him to square up and play fucking defense so I don't have to do all this? You know what? Fuck it. Eton. Somebody do what I say.
I didn't even ask. I'm like, you want me to go do that? That's what I'll do. So I had to come all the way from over here to go all the way over there to meet the dude that got beat on baseline, and that's what he wanted me to do. Man, he got me dunked on so many times. And I was like, hey, one time Vince Carter just floated. And I was like, no, she didn't me dunked on. I wanted Sports Center for the wrong reason.
Hey, look, I used to be dying laughing like, yo, I don't know how in the hell they gonna do this, but hey.
We'll do.
I was sitting there watching those finals. Go ahead.
I gotta go talk about Syracuse, so I gotta roll, man. But hey,
all right, salute to you, brother.
Anytime you need me, man, let me know.
All right, appreciate you.
All right, man. Peace.
All right. Yeah, man. Hey, that was hilarious. That King could say that's not the point. Now I'm gonna drop the link. We got somebody in the back chat. I'm gonna drop the link for anybody to come up now and discuss this lie that Gilbert Arenas told. We can walk it down. We got the black hole in the chat too now. I know y'all gonna get mad that the black hole is here. Let him do it by himself. While that man moved a whole you know what into his garage. I'm doing all this editing. How you doing, ma'am?
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm amazing. I can't complain.
I'm just gonna sit here quietly and let other people join the chat.
Okay. Chrissy, you had a lot to say, ma'am. Can you come on up here and explain to me how I got killed, Miss Chrissy? Because I think Carcino did a very good job breaking everything down and making sure everything was everything. So please come up with your so-called "he killed me" story. The NBA game starting to look like the Mavericks versus the King back in 2000, where it was just scoring, no defense. But why Gil don't want to come up on your live? Because he knows he's a liar. Why would he want to come up on the live when he knows he's a liar? I never went over his live, but Sino told me, he said, hey, look, just sit back. He done fell in that quicksand. I'll be up. Give me a moment. Leave the studio. Okay.
I'm just curious, why did you not respond to any more of my Instagram messages?
Why didn't I respond to any of your Instagram messages? I don't be on Instagram like that. After I get off of YouTube, I normally just go into real life. I don't get back on Instagram or none of that.
But the point of me messaging you through Instagram is so that I wouldn't have to come to YouTube live.
You don't have to come to YouTube live. If I don't message you back, then you just have to wait until I message you back. This is getting crazy here now. Okay. Matter of fact, I tell you what, we're going to take this off of live. I'll message you back in private because I don't understand what you want, but I'm going to find out what you want today. Jesus Christ. I feel like Bronny Jane. I don't understand, Biz. What the hell is going on? She's an angry baby mama. I don't know this woman. Oh, you got stalker chicks? Kwame very insecure. How did that fit insecurity? I'm confused. Kwame's new girlfriend? Oh. Okay. Hey man, sounded like she ready. But that's not something for the internet. I don't, you know what I mean? How you gonna ask me why I didn't respond to you on the internet? It's crazy. That's amazing. Who is this? Hey man, I own 100% of nothing, but every so now and again I get these calls. I can't show it to y'all. Can I? Oh, I gotta drop the background in order to show it to y'all, so you won't be able to see it. Hold on, let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do this. Because they think I do this shit for beefing and all. Man, I don't give a damn about no Gilbert Arenas. Man, I got people that rock with me in real life and be like, man, keep going. I appreciate what you're doing. They talked about Jesus. Who cares what they say? What's up, Sino? Man, hold on, I'm putting this up. Man, hey, look, why are they saying that this man killed us when the video you put out responded to everything that they said? Like, I'm confused now. Do they just like Gilbert more than me?
I believe so. They like to support the liars. See, when the lie becomes legend, they just print the legend. But that's what happens is these people they just blinded by celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
Celebrity could throw somebody, a baby, off the cliff. They'd be like, well, we don't know what that baby did.
Oh, man.
That baby could have been ill.
Oh, please.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Cino, what the hell you doing at my house, man? Hey, Christy, we up here to have fun, man. Hey, look at this dude.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. We got it. We got it.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
We can't say nothing about him. He a flag. He's sensitive.
Oh.
What was Eton talking about? I walked in late.
Oh, you should go rewind it. You should rewind it back.
I'm going to rewind it.
Chrissy, can you tell me what that is right there?
Hi, Kwame. Just checking if you're still the registered owner of 2019 acres, Glenn County. Appreciate
No. Say it right. 21.9 acres.
2109 acres in Glenn County. Appreciate your response.
And what did it say after that today when I just got text?
Hi, Kwame. Just a quick follow-up regarding your lot in Glenn County. Are you interested in selling?
So is that 100% of nothing? Was Gil right about that too? That I own 100% of nothing?
Okay, well, you're taking the 100% of nothing.
No. I want to unpack
out
that.
of control. You own this. Clearly, this is property that you own fully.
Okay, so what did he mean by that? Because I didn't understand that. So can you? Because you guys listen to idiotic things and it sounds good, but what does that mean?
That's your opinion that it's idiotic. He mean because you were joking on him about 50-50 with underdog.
I wasn't joking.
He said, well,
why
okay,
was I
fine.
joking? He said he owned 50% of that.
You were coming at him regarding underdog, saying he sold half of his company. So he said, what do you own? What do you own that's worth millions and millions of dollars? That was his point.
So I said something that was truthful about him because he said it, and then he goes and make a lie about me saying that I own 100% of nothing. How can someone owns 100% of nothing when the thing that I own has a note to it that you can see what it's worth?
I mean,
well, the thing is, I believe what the thing is, I believe somebody in his chat said that, and he just ran with it. He doesn't. He's not original like that.
That is clearly a property that you own, Kwame. So It's all
Well,
good.
I was trying
Don't
to
have to.
tell him that what he says don't make sense. You can't. I
Yeah, you
mean,
don't
he
have to
says
count
everything as a joke,
everything.
huh?
Okay. You don't have to like, mark everything that you own. We know you own it. He's talking about a
Well,
big brand.
no, well, I do because when you allow a lie to stand, right? Again, I do this for the younger generation. There's so many people that sell out and do the things that Gilbert do because that air pack money look like real money, and then when they don't have the same, let's say, influence or notoriety when they turn 50 and 60, then they're broke. So
Hmm.
the things that I'm doing will sustain me whether I'm 50, 60, my back go out, whatever else.
Yep.
So always going after a check is not always the best thing to do, is what I want to show most people.
And that's a good example. You don't always have to go after money, but you know that Gil is a businessman. So this is the arena that he's in, sports, media. So,
Mhm.
let him do him and you do you.
Right. And that's what I told him. I said, you basically turned yourself into an employee. And I don't think that I would do that. I wouldn't do something like that. I wouldn't turn myself into an employee when I already own 100% of something.
Well,
Mhm.
there are people that are employees and owners at the same time.
Right. But they make the decisions. Like right now, I'm an employee and I'm the owner of my own business. And there's
Same
nobody
here.
else going to tell me what to do. Same with
Yep.
Casino.
Okay, that's what's up. That's good. And
Yeah, see, the problem with what
Gil
he
might be
did,
doing it a little differently.
here's the problem with what Gil did. Gil wanted what he kept saying was infrastructure. He wanted the infrastructure. He needed their infrastructure. He doesn't even understand what that means. When what they were trying to tell him, people like Lowe, who owns his own business 100%, everyone around Gilbert Arenas, he was talking to, owned their business 100%. This is why Lowe didn't understand when he was telling him what he was telling him. He was dictating, and what he was bringing up was the fact that you didn't have to give up 50%. So I didn't even understand how would that even come to be. But when you want someone to put their money in as well, so it'd be less costly for how much you have to spend, what you end up giving up is more than 50%. And that's what Gilbert Arenas gave up, more than 50%. It's really a 75-25 when you look at it, because he's getting is 50% of the revenue of the YouTube ad money. Like he gets 50% of that. But the actual decision making, they determine who gets hired and fired, not you. He
But
can bring what happened with Miko on the set, he can't bring her back. It's his company, it's his show, and he can't determine who's going to be on the cast. It's up to Underdog to make those decisions. If they say she can't come back, she can't come back.
but
And the
that's
fact,
the decision that Gil made,
yes.
Carcino. I'm not sure why. If that's a done deal,
Oh, I know
Carcino.
why he did it.
No,
He-
but
he's not a
Carcino,
good.
it's
He's
but
not a
Carcino, but hold
sharp
on,
businessman.
Carcino. But that was Gil's decision. It's a done deal. That's the choice he made. I'm not sure why you're so concerned about the decision that he made. Now he
I'm
has
not
grid.
concerned.
Well, you sound like you are, honey. Now he
No, it
has
doesn't.
grid.
Sounds
Now
like
he
I'm
has.
just giving you explanation
But
so
I
you
don't need
can
the
have clarity.
explanation. I talk to Gil all the time. I
But
don't
I
need
need the
them.
explanation. So I appreciate what he's saying because
Okay, well,
it's
I'm
just for
just saying
learning.
it's a
No, see,
done
the thing
deal. It's
is
already
what
been
you're
done.
It's just for learning, Chrissy. That's all. It's
you're
just for
more
everybody to learn.
defensive
Okay.
instead of listening to the information so you have context. What you stated was he did that and I didn't know why. That's what you said. He did the 50% and I don't know why. So I'm giving you the clarity so that you would know why. I speak to Gilbert Arenas
Oh,
also.
you
So
said you're
that's
giving me the.
why I can expand on this
You
situation.
said you're giving me.
He provided almost all of the information himself.
But honey, you're saying you're giving me clarity. I can get clarity from the man who made the decision himself. So
Well,
it's.
He'll
right
never be
now
able to
you
give you
just
clarity.
said
He
you
don't know
will not
nothing.
have
Oh,
clarity.
Kwame, stop it.
No, Chrissy, it was the people that work with him was asking him questions, and he said, "Oh, I know just as much as you all know." It's on camera.
Oh my
You ain't
God.
gonna get no clarity from a dude that just put everything in everybody else's hand. He
Well,
gonna have to ask
no.
that white boy that run
Gil
him.
is the mastermind behind all of these media creations.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. He could put together a show based off getting clicks and creating drama with Kwame, but he's had shows before. Casino, what's the name of his other shows he had before?
He had Out of Bounds. He had a show with Mia Khalifa, the adult film star, and that bombed. And then he had the one he did, the No Chill Gill show, the one on Fubo TV with him and Josiah. And the contract went out, and they basically created a show with Underdog when they really had two shows at the same time, which was really a violation. But he found a slimy like loophole to say, well, this is a different show. This is more of a debate show, and this is not. So it's a different show. So he could have two shows. So Fubo, once that contract was up, they were like, we're done. Pam's like, we're done with you.
No, Cash Rich Imports. No, honey, I'm not offended. I don't think you understand what the word offended means, honey. I don't think you do. I'm just trying to clarify to these two men. It's really not a big deal. If anything, you sound more offended. Okay, honey? No, I would get the information right from Gil. This is the decision he made. As he's killing it, he's rocking it. He has other shows that are in the works. If Nico's not on this show, Nico can be on another show because that's Gil's people. So, it's not a big deal. You seem so concerned about it, though.
Why am I sounding so concerned about
You do. He made 50%. He made this decision, and I don't understand why he chose to. It's like, okay, it's the decision.
No, it's not. I don't understand
But
it.
Christy, you can't say that when he put it on the internet. Come on now, don't do that. That's like you put your relationship up on the internet and get mad at people for talking about it.
Okay, so you're basically telling me, Kwame, that this is his decision, and people are allowed to critique it. Is that
People
what you're
are
saying?
allowed. Listen, people are allowed to critique anything that you put on the internet. If I put my relationship or my business out on the internet, like I just put that text up, people are going to critique me for putting that text up. Then that's perfectly fine.
People can absolutely critique it. The funny thing is, Gil don't give a damn. Gil don't care.
Well, let's let him say that, because it sounds like he cares, because he's always perturbed when I say something.
Well,
he
I'll tell you right,
cares.
I'll tell you right
Believe
now.
me, he
after
cares a lot.
No, he doesn't care. I know you want him to care, Carcino,
No,
but he
he
doesn't.
cares a lot.
No, he don't, baby.
Yes, he does.
But the funny thing is that he has other shows in the works. So, I mean, y'all could talk about his 50-50, but this is not his only deal. So, I mean, y'all can talk about it. It's not really.
I talked to Gil. I told him this is not his only deal. I said they're going to pay you handsomely because you're going to keep this up with me. And he's trying to bring me in because he knows that at some point people are going to figure this out. Like, this is not real traction from you. You just get this traction from Kwame, and he's obviously not dealing with you. So your show is going to last for a little while, and then it's going to tank.
Christy,
So,
it's going to tank.
I got a question for you. Do you own a business?
I don't own a business, no.
Okay. Have you ever owned a business?
No, never owned a business.
Okay. Well, let me explain something to you. When you own a business, you're looking to see what's best for your company, what best works for you, and what advantages you have. Now, they have Cam and May show. They have all these other shows that they have partnerships with, but they're more vested into this Gil situation. And why would you, as a business owner, would you be more vested into what Gil is doing? Because you have more control over here and more of anything. Everything is pretty much to your liking. Your staff is there. You built the sets. You have more say on the hirings and the firings. You pay people. So you're basically at the mercy of the company. If they want to cancel the show, there's nothing you could do about it. This is why the show is only on 2 times a week. They determined that we're going to go from 4 to 2, and then we're going to put another show in its place. What #1 show gets reduced in shows?
Well, Gil started this show in his basement. He was doing so well, he chose to partner with someone. That someone is Underdog. And now he's killing it. If for any reason he detaches, and if for any reason he detaches from Underdog, this is Gilbert Arenas. I mean, I have friends on my Instagram who are like, yo, Gil is going off. Gil is hilarious. Gil is a character. People like his personality. People like his character. Gil can be a savage. Sometimes people like that. So if he does not want to work with Underdog anymore, Gil has so many other people in the works to partner with. He had and other NBA friends that he can do deals with. This is just one portion that we're talking about, which is his deal with Underdog. That's nothing. If he one day
You didn't
stops
answer the
working,
question. You know that, right, Chrissy? I was
if
sitting
he
here
wa-
listening and waiting on you to answer. It's more like you care more about sharing with us Gil's business than answering the question.
I heard his question, Kwame.
But I know you heard it, but you didn't answer it. Did you get the answer, Sino?
Nope.
Look at you, Kwame. This
We
is
get more
missing.
about Gil's
Did you?
business. It's like you're giving us a promotional campaign of Gil's
Not.
business
Don't
than to
you
answer
think
the
I'm
question.
promoting Gil? He's asking about Underdog, and
But
I'm
you didn't
saying,
answer the question. I'm gonna go on mute because I'm just confused. I didn't hear it. My bad.
okay, that's okay, Kwame. Ask me that question again.
I was saying, as a boss, you see why Underdog is more vested into Gil's projects. And it's because they have the most control. As an owner, you have the say so. You basically can take anything and do whatever you want. You built the set, your staff is there. You have total control over everything that takes place there. If you don't want it, you can remove it. You have full autonomy. So what business would not be more vested into what Gil is doing? It's not about the
No,
success of the show.
Gil has full autonomy. He
He
chose to
does not.
partner.
No, he does not.
He does not.
He chose to
That's not
partner with
true.
Underdog. He chose to partner with
Well,
Underdog.
he chose
No,
the partner that
This
gave
is
that up.
his
also.
show.
You're saying a bunch of inaccurate things. There was no show until Underdog came along. It wasn't Drake. He had a show and then he decided to partner with Underdog. That's not true. They had no studio in that basement. Underdog came in and built that studio. And then as part of the deal, Gil will get to keep the studio. So this comes out of his salary.
And guess what, Chrissy? Gil is doing the same exact thing that I said people do. There's a lot of
Which is
so-called black-owned businesses that we pump up and we support because we think they're ran and owned by blacks. And that's not the case. The
Philly
majority of that
Fighter.
show.
Shut your bitch ass up,
Hold
Philly
on, hold
Fighter.
on, hold on. The
You
majority of
so
that
confused.
show.
Philly
Hold
Fighter is
on,
like,
let's not
hi,
argue with
Philly
somebody in the
Fighter.
chat.
No,
Hold
no, no,
on,
no, no.
let's not argue with somebody in the chat right while I'm talking. You can argue with them right after this because I got to land my plane. Gilbert Arenas did exactly what I spoke about when I first came online. These dudes always sell their companies to white folks. They always make it seem like it's them, but Underdog is doing well. If Gil was just on YouTube, not flagging pages and just up here on his own, not buying bots, Gil would be a regular YouTuber.
Well,
True.
Kwame, no, I disagree, honey. I disagree. Philly Fighter, honey, you're confused. 1 second it's hello, the next second, honey, just ride the Kwame bandwagon. That's your job, honey. You and I have no problem. You and I were talking sports last time. It's all good, Philly Fighter. Okay, you want to be part of the little boys club. But that's your opinion, Kwame. That's your opinion as well, Carcino.
It's not
You know,
opinion. We're stating
That's not an
fact.
opinion. That's
no,
not an
it is an
opinion at
opinion.
all.
No, it is an opinion. This is the
Let me
bottom
ask you
line.
this. Let me ask you this, Chrissy. Can Gil give you a job right now
Yes, he
in that
can.
arena?
Yes, he can.
No, he cannot.
Yes, he
He would have
can.
if he's
Okay, well,
50.
I'm not
Ma'am,
gonna say. I'm not. No,
ma'am,
ma'am.
I've had a partnership with somebody, and before I hire somebody, if we had, there's no such thing. I've never seen a 50-50 partnership because somebody
Okay.
got to make decisions. I've seen 51-49. So the person that has that 51 or the person who has that right to make the decisions, even if you do a 50-50, somebody got to make the decisions. That's going to be the person that make that decision. I can't just go and say, boom, you're hired without talking to somebody if
Okay,
I'm
did
not
you not just
100% on it.
ask me, Kwame? Can Gil give me a job right now?
I was trying to finish. You answered so quickly. I'm talking about Gil's arena specifically, where he doesn't own 100%. And the answer to that is no.
Okay, and I'm telling you that you're wrong. Okay.
If he give you a job and Underdog say you fired, do you have to get out?
Absolutely.
Okay, then. So he can't give you a job.
But that wasn't your question. Your
I
question
said if
was,
he give you a job and Underdog tells you while you're in the studio to get out of this set, do you think you get to stand there or would you have to get out?
absolutely would have to leave.
Okay, then. So Gil cannot give you a job even in his own basement. You would have to leave the basement.
Okay, those are two. Those are
You would
two
have to get
different.
the fuck out the basement while they shoot.
Those are two different questions. You asked me, can Gil? Yes, he started this in his basement. Okay, and look at where he's at now. Gil can
But you would
absolutely.
have to, him and you would have to leave with Skip down there.
Gil,
Look
oh,
at where
shut-
he's
oh,
at now.
shut up.
He's got into the summer. He got into June of next year to
Gil
figure
can
out
absolutely
if he's
give me a
going to
job,
have a
Kwame.
show or not.
You know, yeah. Hey, I
All
don't
of
want.
them are
I don't want to
continuing,
say too
and
much.
they're all their contracts in June of next year.
My priority. I'm looking out for my boy and Gil. I can't say too much. I just can't on this panel, but Gil can absolutely. And yeah, I mean, Kwame, if we had to leave the basement, I'd have to leave the basement.
You would definitely
Oh,
have to
I
leave the
know.
fucking basement. It sounds good.
Yeah, because me and Gil was talking about the Amazon deal. Is that what you're trying to talk about? The Amazon deal? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm not talking about the Amazon deal.
Okay.
Yes, she is. That's what she's talking about. She don't want you to bust her bubble.
Kwame, how
So
are
the
you gonna
thing
tell
is-
Kwame zit over there? How are you gonna tell me what I'm talking about?
Gil is trying to get this Amazon deal that they just signed another company to. I mean, they just signed another sports show. So they're signing sports shows already, and Gil's is not there. So he's hoping to get one because they have a huge studio, and they saying, "Oh, they're gonna build this studio." I'm like, "Well, they already built the studio for they shows that they got already." So we was having these conversations. So I'm like, "You running out of time? You think they're gonna wait till June for you?"
You know, it's okay to have these conversations, but I guarantee you one thing: Gil is gonna be killing it.
Killing what?
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that. It's funny to watch you guys like complain about Gil while Gil is just
Who's complaining?
you're complaining.
I'm
You're
saying,
compla-
what did
you're
I
compla-
complain about? What did I complain about?
Oh, I'm at 1 second, Carcino. Philly fighter. I thought you were a boxer. I thought you were a real man. I didn't know you were a fruitcake. Carcino, it does sound like you're complaining a little bit. Like
About what? What did I complain about?
why did he choose to give 50% away? I mean, he could have owned all of that, or he.
Dang, you call that man a fruitcake because he don't agree with you? That's messed up, Chrissy.
No, that's
And
not
then
why.
you be liking the fruitcakes. You say you hang out with them. So why would you do that, Chrissy? That's mean. That's mean, Chrissy. You shouldn't go there now. Don't do
Kwame,
that.
you know I'm not a mean. I'm very nice.
Don't do that, Chrissy. Don't you slander that community now. Don't you? We will not have that up here.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's what I heard you say, Carcino. So
No, I'm saying that's what Lowe said when he interviewed with Lowe. Lowe was
he did interview
asking
with
why
Lowe,
would he
yes.
take that deal. He
Yes.
was on a panel with Lowe Lights from
Yes.
this call
Yeah,
Lowe,
no,
right?
I know Lo.
So
Yeah.
Lowe, right? So Lowe is asking him, why would you do that? Because Lowe keeps 100% because he didn't have to. That's
But
why
Lo
he
does
didn't
not have
understand.
something like a Gil's Arena. Like, let's be honest. He can work up to that one day, but right now Lo doesn't have what Gil has.
Lowe didn't play in the NBA.
You don't have to play in the NBA to have an amazing show. You don't.
So I mean, I don't understand. Like, what
there
is it
there
that-
are YouTubers who have great
why
relationships
do
with
Lowe need to
professional
be
athletes.
so Lowe needs to basically be on the level as Gil? Like, I don't understand that. Lowe is a businessman. He does very well for himself on social media and
That's what's
everything.
up.
So he has a very profitable business. And if he wasn't, why is Gil taking advice from him?
Because Lo is doing his thing on his own platform.
But you
So
just said Lowe is nowhere on the level of Gil.
that has
So
nothing
why
to
would
do.
Gil go down to get
That
advice from
has
somebody
nothing
that's
to do.
if
That
Gil's
has
on a
nothing.
higher level than him?
That has nothing to do with Gil respecting him. Gil loves to get opinions from other outside people. He loves to get advice. That's what Gil does. Gil does not think he's bigger than the program. Gil has never thought he's bigger than the program. Not loud, but as cocky and funny and braggadocious as Gil is, he is a very, very humble brother. He will ask anybody a question. How should I do this? What do you think I should do regarding this? What
That ain't got nothing to do with humble. That's because he don't know shit.
Oh my God.
Right. True.
Hey, My God.
Do you know how much advice he's gotten from me and went and Kwame Brown himself and implemented it into his show?
I'm sorry. Say that again. I'm sorry.
Do you know how much advice he's gotten from myself and Kwame Brown, and he's implemented it into his show?
Probably a lot. I'm not surprised. I just said that's what he does.
Kenyon Martin was on the show as a guest, and he got a deal because we said he should get the deal.
Okay.
I already had the conversation with him. I said, yeah, you should give Kenyon Martin a deal. He said, oh, yeah, we thinking about getting Kenyon his own show. We like Kenyon Martin. Yeah, Kenyon Martin did good. So we're going to bring him back. He was just a person they brought on and they paid to come on the show. And they paid him like $1,300 to come on there as a guest. And then they said, we're going to get him a contract. After a while, they kept like saying, man, we're going to bring him back.
Yeah,
and I was like, you should bring him up there because he's the only one up there that was making sense.
So Kwame, so I'm sorry. So Gil was already thinking about bringing Kenyon back.
That's what he said to make it look like it was his own idea.
And that's the funny thing is that's the funny thing.
That was not his own idea. Trust me.
Had I said, "Oh my God, you brought Kenyon Martin up there? That's ridiculous! I can't believe you brought." If Kwame Brown would have said that, and myself would have laughed at him bringing Kenyon Martin up there, they would have.
He would have fired Kenyon.
He would have got rid of Kenyon Martin.
Y'all are so funny. Like, oh, it was our idea, but Gil.
You must don't understand how much Gil used to text myself and Carcino, but I stopped texting. He texts Carcino every day, all day.
Can I finish what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I was gonna say that you guys just said that it was you guys' idea to bring Kenyon on, but then in the same sentence, Carcino,
that's not what I said.
Let me finish. Then in the same sentence, you said, well, Gil told us that he liked Kenyon and he was going to bring Kenyon back. So in actuality, it sounds to me like that was Gil's idea, but you're kind of trying to take it as yours. Even though Gil did say, I like Kenyon, he did a great job. So it looks to me like he was already thinking about.
All right, let's let Sino rebuttal because you just misquoted him.
Okay,
yes.
Go ahead.
What I said was he brought Kenyon Martin on as a guest because Kenyon lives in the neighborhood. Gil problem was he couldn't get anyone on his show. And I said, Gil, your show's gonna die. And here's why your show's gonna die. Because you can't get guests on your show. You need guests on your show to make the show work. Everybody's gonna get tired of seeing you on there and all of this goofy stuff you're doing. Real people don't watch that. Only silly people watch this stuff. You're going to need guests. That's what's going to make people come to podcast shows is who's the guest on the show. What are you talking about? So for you, you're going to need guests. So he went and got Kenyon Martin to be the guest. He paid Kenyon to come over there because he was like, well, people don't want to come to my house because I got the studio in my house. Now everybody want to go to somebody's house. So he said,
that's facts.
When we get a studio, we're gonna get a building. And then we're gonna have all the shows and like different levels, and we're gonna have a big building, and we're gonna have everybody in the building. This was 2 years ago. So he was talking about we're gonna get a big building and we're gonna put everybody in the building. Everybody gonna have their Kenyon Martin gonna have his show on one level, then Rashad McCants gonna have his show, and then I'm gonna have this show here. We're gonna have a whole building full of shows. But right now, this is what we're doing. So when he brought Kenyon on as a guest, he was paying him $1,300. You know, he offered me the same deal. $1,300.
Can I respond to this? Can I quickly
$1,300 make y'all be loyal like this?
Can I respond to this super chat? The super chat says, what is Mr. O going to do if Gil has to, unfortunately, go to prison? Or is Mr. O the judges too?
Man, I told him to keep his mouth quiet.
I'll let you know, Al Wallace, that's not going to happen.
Here you go.
Well, dude,
I just gonna judge his sexual orientation based on that statement.
That's not going to happen. Well, hold on. When a woman's talking, let me finish my sentence, James. That's not going to happen, Mr. Wallace or Mr. Wallace. Sorry.
There you go again.
Good boy.
That manhood. God dang.
Well,
but they just called her a man.
Well, Kwame, I have the right to respond, sweetie. That's not going to happen. Long story short, Mr. Wallace, that's not going to be the case. But thank you for your super chat, honey.
You know, because the rat gonna take the cheese.
What was the point was this? he did not see the potential of it being so massive until me and Kwame was very approval of Kenyon Martin being on the show. And he got really excited that we liked that Kenyon Martin was a guest on there. He was, oh, yeah, well, we thinking about signing him. And then giving him his own show. So he might not be on my show that long because he gonna branch out. We're gonna get another show with him.
Right. And you should have let him do it. You shouldn't have said what you said. You was like, why would you do that? He the only real one on the show.
So instead of the
Don't let the
thousands of
blind
fans,
lead the blind like that, bro.
instead of the
You don't do
thousands
him like
of
You're
that.
the only one that's
instead of
real
the
on
thousands
show.
of fans,
I don't know.
they wanted to listen to Carcino. Instead of the thousands of fans that liked the show that was going on.
They was already listening to Carcino, bro. That's how Gil jumped on his show and got his fans too. I mean, I remember
Where's the
that
proof of
day,
this, though?
y'all.
Where's the proof of
Right.
this?
Y'all forgot Gil came on my panel how many times? Kyrie, you was in there and you read him.
Yo, I read him off the show. I
James,
told
are
him
you-
he wasn't no gangster.
wait. It seems like
Johnny, you
James
did-
don't believe the story. So James, you believe that Gilbert came up with all this stuff and he wasn't texting myself and Carcino?
He
I
did.
don't believe that
His daddy is a
fucking
subscriber to Carcino. He never.
Can I
I don't
answer
see
the
why you
question?
don't put that on
Let him
blast,
answer,
Carcino.
Kyrie. Hold on, let him answer, Kyrie. Go ahead.
I don't know. I know Kwame and Gil be talking, but Carcino, I don't think you have anything to do with Gil's Arena, anything.
Thank
like that.
you.
That's
So you
insane.
basing. So wait, bro, James, you're an educated brother, right?
Yes, sir.
How are you going to base your conversation on a think?
It's
I
on
don't
common knowledge. It's just basic knowledge. Who the fuck is Carcino?
You must don't watch Carcino. You know how many text messages he's shown back and forth between Gilbert Arenas? If this man pull his phone out right now,
That doesn't
it would
mean-
shock you.
That
That doesn't mean you had anything to do with the show.
Right.
You named the shows.
Huh?
But listen, you named the shows he had before. So was that due to you too? The show he had with
No,
Wiz
the
Khalifa?
show he
Did
had
you-
before, he wasn't asking nobody questions about it. He was
That's why
asking
he
us
was-
questions
that's why I
about
failed.
Gil's Arena. He
Bro
kept
had
trying to get us to
multiple
come on
shows
there. He
before.
offered us $1,300.
He had multiple shows before, but now
That
Gil's Arena
failed.
is y'all creation. Well, why did it fail?
James, let
You
me
gotta use context. Why?
James, let me inform you of something. I have been on YouTube for
That's crazy.
It's about 2006-7. I've been on here a lot. I've had a lot of success.
Wait, quick question. Yo, are you related to Kwame?
Okay, let me tell you something.
You related to Gil?
It's a real question.
Before YouTube,
No.
That's it.
I
I'm
had
like,
already
I thought
had
y'all was like
a
cousins or
whole
something.
lifestyle where I have seen celebrities, everything, been with Floyd Mayweather, flying on private jet. I have been through all of this. So when I got into YouTube in about all of these years,
being around celebrities don't mean nothing, but continue.
producing shows. Listen, all of these people who are producing shows now on the internet, I was one of those people who were offered all of these deals. The person that
Why would people want to see you though?
Sports, the president, Pam,
Information,
who was
boy.
in charge of
From
doing the
who? Who the-
deals. She was at Direct TV. I knew
Bro.
her then before she went there. When
I
they
can
wanted
understand
a
Car-
sports
I can
show
understand
and they
Kwame.
hired Gilbert Arenas,
I'm listening.
or when they hired Gilbert Arenas to do that show, I already knew the people they put in place. Most of these people came.
You
from
said they
the
wanted you
internet.
though. You said they wanted you. You
A
just
lot of
said
them did,
all
yes.
these shows wanted
Right.
you.
They had a lot
Why
of
would?
shows.
Why
Floyd
would?
Mayweather, do you know he did?
What
the,
knowledge do you have that people want to see you other than just
Man,
being
slap
around
him,
celebrities?
Man,
Did you
this
play
why,
any
this why you
sports?
can't have me as securities. I'm slapping, dog.
Did
This is
you
what
play
I
any
do.
sports?
Do you know Carcino got a huge Patreon following? I don't
Yo.
got nothing to do with
We
celebrities.
got a whole true
So what I'm
behind
asking,
hip hop like
why?
segment that's went like 100 millions of views on there on YouTube, bro. It went viral before like DJ Academics and all that.
So why would people want to pay him to be on a sports show? That's what I'm confused about.
Because he like the
Why?
black
Because
hole.
I
He
was
find out shit.
creating numbers,
Y'all talking
sir.
over each other, bro.
Kwame.
No,
Y'all talk-
here's what you don't understand, sir.
Y'all talking over each
You
other
said you keep asking the question, why, but you're not listening to the answer.
because y'all talking over each other.
No, because
Bro,
you're
ain't nobody talking but you.
Listening
We all
requires
quiet.
silence.
You keep interrupting. Just put your
You're
mic
right.
on mute. God
You
No,
can't
damn.
just
want
go.
an answer, but you keep cutting everybody off when someone's trying to explain and answer your question. Now, you said, why would they want to do that? When they saw my YouTube channel, and at that time, I'm doing 300 to 400,000 views a video. I'm doing 1 million. That generates numbers. So when they start doing shows, and when they was doing Hollywood Unlocked, I was covering and doing exclusive interviews in the sports world. I have sports media credentials.
Anybody
So
can get
I
sports
have
media
the
credentials
right
though.
I have sports media
to do
credentials as
these
well.
shows.
Anybody
So
can
when
get that.
Floyd
You gotta
Yeah.
apply.
Yeah.
Mayweather was producing a show called what we now know as Hollywood Unlocked. He now ended up doing that show. He was going to do one for boxing and wanted me to do the show. I wasn't moving to Vegas. I wasn't going to stay out there at Floyd's house to do this show that may or may not happen. I'm not
So
going to
now
stay
that
out
show
there. I
is
got my own
that
life
show
to
going on,
live
and you would rather just talk
until
about
he gets
Kwame
it
and Gil.
ready. But
Okay.
Jason Lee was around him, and he decided to make the show with Jason Lee. So he produced and put together that show, sir.
Okay, James,
So
can you
can
respond?
answer-
Because
that's the
Kwame.
answer to your question.
Okay, because
That doesn't
you can.
answer. That doesn't
Yeah, let
answer
him
why
respond.
you would want to be. Why people would want you on these sports shows. You name it one person. You said you was around Floyd, and he noticed that you was viral.
That's
even though
just
I
one,
never heard of
sir.
you until till Kwame and Gil. That's why I thought you was his cousin.
Why
'Cause
would
every
anybody
time-
want
'cause
Stephen
every
A. or
time-
Skip on the show?
Anyway, so anytime
I'm just
Kwame-
asking. You act like somebody
trying
got
to
to.
talk,
What does
bro.
he have to do? What does he have to do?
Can I finish
What
what I
is-
was
No,
saying?
he got the inside.
No,
he got the inside
host is
story on
talking,
them.
hold
That's
on, hold
okay.
on,
Let
hold
him finish. Let
on.
him finish.
No. We got to get something understood. If the host is talking, you got to calm the emotions down, and you don't got to finish. You got to just
I'm
wait a
answering
second.
his question.
And I'm asking you to hold on. You've
Why?
been interrupting. Why not?
I didn't interrupt.
You've been
Carcino-
interrupting. You've been interrupting everybody.
He
You
hasn't.
come up here smiling, showing your teeth, but you've been very passive aggressive, kind of queenish, if you ask me.
Stop
It's
it.
all right, man. I
I'm
know how
saying
to
you
go.
can't
I know how
can't
it
show
goes.
discipline. I asked you to put your mic on mute.
Whoa,
You telling
whoa,
people
whoa,
to go
wait,
ahead, go ahead.
Wait.
You can't chill out
We
at
can't talk
all.
about discipline. We can't talk about
Okay, so
discipline.
put your mic on mute for a second then.
No, just go.
So no, just you go. You some weird ass people, man. You some weird ass people. I got time
I
for
was
all
waiting
that
for that.
fucking
I ain't gonna
emotion.
hold you, yo. I ain't gonna hold you. I was waiting. Y'all better
Yeah,
teach
this
it
nigga
to
up
me,
here
What do you
acting
yo.
mean
like
you
a
were
little queen.
waiting?
Don't come up here talking about.
The
He,
man
hey,
was
look, he gonna ask Carcino, what's your credentials? Then the man name his credentials, talking about anybody can get that. What the fuck is it? That ain't got nothing to do with the
Then
point.
why you ain't got
asked
it?
him what
He
his
was
credentials
quiet.
was. Emotional little motherfucker, you.
He was
Now
not
they talking about
emotional.
I'm
The
emotional.
answer
I
is
don't got
that
time for
why
no.
he don't have it. If
Yeah,
He
why
was
he
everybody
not
don't have it?
emotional.
Why would
why
somebody
he
want
don't
you?
have it?
He
Nigga,
was
just
not
say you
emotional.
don't like him and move on. God damn, why we gotta have this conversation? Just say you don't like Carcino. Keep asking the same questions. Oh, y'all cousins? Is that goddamn guy he moved in his pool house his cousin? The hell are you talking about?
Why'd you call him emotional? He was not emotional.
Man,
He
that
was
man
very
couldn't. That is, he was very emotional.
No.
You're gonna ask a man a question. What does anybody can get that have to do with the question that he asked Carcino? He asked, "What was your credentials?" The man is naming his credentials. That sound exactly what my sister would say. Well, anybody can get that. That don't mean that. That's what my sister would say to
That
Carcino to
sounded
win
like
the
my
argument.
auntie answer right there.
How
Oh
about
God.
the answer? That nigga acting just like a
This man,
woman,
I knew
but
it
want to
was
sit up here and
crazy
talk to
when he
men. Nigga,
said,
get your punk ass off our
He was
stage.
not acting like a woman, Kwame.
He
Don't
was
do
acting
that.
just like a woman.
No, he
Exactly.
wasn't.
Auntie
You don't ask
Sharon
no
came
man
up
no
on here.
question and then talking about anybody can get that. You was just asking
Carcino.
about the credentials. He stated
I
them.
knew it was gonna happen when he said, "Oh, Floyd, man, that's just one person." I was
Right.
like, "Oh yeah."
Like, yeah, get him out of here. You can't
You ain't
you
say
be around
nothing to
Floyd
this
like
nigga.
that.
He
I could have
emotional as
said I
hell.
was with Barack Obama. He'd be like,
What are you
"So
laughing about over there, Kwame? You
Barack
barely let
Obama
this,
ain't he's just another
you
person
barely
like
let
you.
this man
Yeah,
respond.
he listening just to combative. Well, who do you know? Oh, I know Barack Obama. I know Floyd Mayweather. So the only reason why they want you because you know celebrities? No, you just asked that question. You fucking genius. All right,
So you
damn.
want everybody to agree on this panel. Got it.
It's not about
About
agreeing.
agreeing, they gotta make
You can't
sense.
ask a man what's your credentials, and then when I name the credentials, you go, "Oh well, shit, it don't matter about that." Then why the fuck did you ask?
But when it was time for him to respond, you cut him off.
Man, nobody want to hear all that shit. I don't want to
Oh,
hear a
there
man
you
talk
go.
like that. I
Got
sure
it.
don't.
that's the thing." He didn't
Kwame.
have any answers. He just wanted to try to keep spinning.
No,
Like,
I
he
agree
wanted to
with
argue
that.
that day.
In the
I don't want
yard,
to hear a
got
man
nowhere
talk
to
like
go.
that.
I was like,
Really?
it just burns him. I'm like, dude, we hung out with the Detroit Pistons. Like we was in Kwame's house. My cousin Dante hanging out with his people.
Well, James, I want to say, James, I want you to know,
This
James,
is
that
before I even spoke to Kwame. We didn't even know that till Dante came up here and he was like, "Yeah, man, we used to be at your house." And Kwame wasn't even there. Kwame was close because he was renting that house from Corliss Williamson. So
And that's the fact.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, I
so-
want you to know, James, that I agree with what you said, and I see where you were
do you
trying to
say?
go,
Of
James.
course you would. You're a woman. You making the point. No man up here agree with him. So thank you, Chrissy. You did not help him. The
Yeah, I was like,
only
yeah.
person
And it's
that
not about
agree is a
helping
woman.
him. You have to
That
be
was not
fair,
very. That
Kwame.
wasn't very
He's
manly. I'm
woman
gonna let you know
speaking.
that right now, cuz.
Yeah, that's exactly how you would argue with me. Kwame, tell me what your credentials is to say this. Oh, I got a master's degree. Well, that don't mean nothing. Just because you got a master's degree don't make you right about everything. Like,
Okay.
come on, man. That's not the way men talk.
Whatever.
See,
Yeah,
that's
Uh,
see,
exactly
See
what he
that,
was saying.
see, that's why I'm gonna walk away. It's
you
gonna
see,
get
that's
domestic. Being here, I gotta walk away.
I was not gonna be a groupie or a hanger-on. That was
I
not
don't
gonna
have
be
any
me.
more answers for you, Fruitcake
So
Wallace.
that's why I didn't take these deals and stay out there. They was like, dude, stay out here, man. You can get a girl in Florida to take care of you, buy your clothes. I don't want a man buying me clothes. I don't.
That do feel
Like,
unnatural.
Now look at him. He mad. He mad. Now look at him. Kwame supports. Support. What is that? Kwame supports. You meant to say supporters are glazers. I don't want y'all to agree with me. So we
Why'd
we
you come over
glazers.
here?
You emotional.
No,
Jesus.
he's not. No, James, you're not emotional, James.
James is
You
very
are
emotional.
emotional, boy. You need
No.
see. That's why
Christy,
you need to
will
stop
be a
hanging around
great
your mama. That's why I
publicist.
be telling my little brother. You
I
got,
asked
you
him
got.
put
I
your
don't
phone
know
on mute. No,
what
you
you
just
do
go.
for a living, but you will be a
Okay,
great
Kenny.
publicist.
Okay, Ken. Well, there you go. That's your opinion, honey. I'm sorry. What do you want me to do with your
Oh man,
opinion?
this boy kid is crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
No, I
Christy,
want to
though,
read them.
to
You
tell
can't
you
come
in
up there and take over
Hollywood,
the host panel, and that
Christy
includes you,
would
Miss
be a
Christie.
great publicist. You would be a great
How
Hollywood
about you
publicist.
shut your fruitcake ass up? I will do what I please, sir, okay? And you can watch me do what I please. Bye.
Damn.
Damn. You see,
Jesus.
I'm
You
just
know what
heard
I'm
that
saying?
for. See, that's why I be
Why you
saying
gotta
that's that
come at me like
unnecessary
that?
energy I be
Do what you
talking
please.
about.
Yeah, Christy, I don't
Jesus
know if
Christ.
that's your calling, but you'll be a great publicist. You should go in for publicist. You'll be a great publicist.
Oh,
I
that's
actually
because I got a good mic. You like my mic? He said, "Why Kwame was yelling?" No, that's sugar mic is on that thing, boy. Woo-woo. You like that mic?
Kwame, you were mean.
Yeah, you would be a
I'm
great
just talking
publicist.
regular. I just got a little smoke going right now, so I got to go on
Okay.
mute.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's your mic, right? I got a little smoke going on right now, but I can't be on camera.
I feel you. I feel you.
Like, oh my God.
I thought this conversation was hilarious. No, James, I'm sitting here smoking, laughing at you. See, no, what's your
I am. You
what's your
saw me
credentials?
laughing at you, bro. I can't help it.
Yeah.
I can't take it serious.
I
Like,
had to
bro.
get on camera and puff and laugh. See, don't tell all his credentials. I got this. I got the journalism school. I could have had a show. And
But
one
why
of
do
the
they
top
want to
shows
hear
that's
from
out
you,
there.
though? That's not answering my question.
That's not
I'm like,
answering
bro.
my question. What else? Who cares?
Oh
Do
my
you hang with
God.
celebrities?
He did not. What is that? What
That
you
man
heard?
was fruity as his Alizé.
Oh,
He was. Oh, now why are you calling somebody fruity,
You was
Kwame?
doing it the whole time. Now you
When
want to
are you
judge
doing
me?
it, sir? The community's coming after you, honey. Stop it.
No, I'm talking about Alizé.
Oh,
oh
Alizé
yeah,
is fruity.
he is.
Okay.
Yeah, Alizé is fruity. Come on, now it's a good drink.
Okay. I've never
We
had
Apple
used to mix
juice.
that
Alizé.
Hennessy with that Alizé, listening to Tupac.
Only thing I had a
Uh-oh,
problem
out
with.
of
I don't
here.
think I had a
Oh,
problem was
man,
with like
Chrissy
he don't
O.
believe that like
Chrissy
Yes.
O,
Gil
they
was
done
really
dropped
over
you, Chrissy
there.
O. Damn,
Okay.
Chrissy O.
It's
Why
like
they
he don't
did you
believe
like that,
nothing.
Chrissy O?
He wasn't believing none that transpired between you and Gil. See, no,
You
that's the only
wanted
thing that was
Chrissy O
messing
out of
with me.
here,
I
man.
was
We
like,
was having fun with Chrissy O.
you
That
had too
honey
much
was to
fun
drop
with it.
somebody. Oh, yeah, they gone. So he saviors, hires, and
Whether he
immediate.
believes it or not, everybody
Yeah.
know it's
It was documented. It was like he can visually see it. It wasn't like, oh, it was some text messages. He could have like called Chat GBT. He could have AI
I mean,
did
Gil has
this.
been up on my panel, so that's,
I know.
that's what I'm
I
talking
cussed
about.
him out. I
Man,
know. I
you
called
can
him a liar
tell
to
he
his
wasn't
face.
watching
You've
none of
been
this show.
there.
That's why I asked him. I said, bro, you must wasn't watching. Like Gil done sat here and let Carcino question him, done ask for advice, done agree with a lot of the stuff he said. Like, Cino got the text message to prove everything he said. Trust me.
Bro, his daddy a subscriber to Carcino. That's why I be laughing. I'm like, bro, your daddy a whole subscriber. When your daddy a subscriber, I'm like, oh
His
yeah, he is a
daddy
believer.
told him, leave Carcino alone.
Well, see, he been trying to get you out of the way. So I told him, I said, look, bro, I said that lie you told, because remember you told me, you was like, I got something for him. I'm gonna do a video on that. Before you did that video, I told him, I said, boy, you done stepped in that black hole. You know that lie you just told go get exposed. And I'm waiting right for it. And that's when you came out with the video. So anybody that you notice James or none of them come up here and talk about what he said in the video and talk about what you said in your video. None of them do that.
No, because they that's the figure 4 leg lock. Ain't no way out of it.
I just watched that video.
He want to talk about your credentials and whether we cousins and all that. All that's irrelevant. Was the information that you thought Gilbert gave was true? Carcino gave some information and you can look at it. It's true. So let's get off on that. Who cares about whether you think he my cousin and all this other weird stuff? That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Now, who was that $100 for? Was that for James or Chrissy O? Because James is back in the back chat trying to come back up. So who was that $100 for, Lee?
I think that's for you, yeah. Let him come up in here. He just gave you some money. I ain't go. That's for you.
No, I'm saying Lee put the $100 to drop. I think both, because it's $50 to drop.
Oh snap!
So Lee gotta let him up. That ain't on me.
Hey,
no, we're not emotional at all, sir. I'm just saying we have a $50 drop and a guy sent $100. So I'm trying to get clarification. We got to put respect on the money. Oh, that was for Chris. Chrissy Zero. All right, you back up here, James. We don't care that you called us emotional, and we called you some
I ain't
names.
emotional. Yeah, I'll let you know right now. I'm so detached from my feelings.
This boy here slow. You
just
too high to be
I am
emotional.
in the bluff, bro. I can show you where I live, blood. I will show you why
So
I'm
I
detached
don't
from
know
my
you,
feelings.
and I'm not worried about you. So anyway, Carcino. So let's say you this guy that the producers want to hear and all this stuff. Why haven't you produced a show of your own?
Who says I wanted to do that?
It's just a question. I didn't say you wanted to. I said why not?
I told you I turned them down.
No, but produce your own. You don't have to do nothing for nobody. If you
my own show, that I
because you're well connected.
I didn't want to do one.
No problem. No problem. So what are y'all why y'all talking about Gil's production again when about 40 maybe an hour ago Kwame said he was done talking about Gil?
No, I didn't. Just yesterday I said this ain't over. He ain't gonna never be done. Just like he did last time. How is it over? And there's a video up every second of every day from that clip from that 6-hour live that he did.
Well, of course he's gonna chop it up. But
okay, so I don't have nothing to chop up, so I'm gonna just talk.
Got you. I respect that. So when Eton, you kind of let Eton say it, but I just want to hear from you. So the whole thing is you didn't go to that practice as maturity, right? To stop yourself from hitting him. And then when they pulled up to your house and you said they was trespassing.
Sir, you want to talk about a story you know nothing about. Well, why do you want to? Why do you no? Why do you want to? I just answered yours. You said, "Can I finish asking you a question?" I said, "No." Okay. So now I just want to know, why are you worried about something that was 25 years ago that you're trying to only framework in? Okay, so you didn't go to practice. Okay, Gil didn't go to practice. So why didn't he get conduct detrimental to the team?
My answer is because when you was just talking to the lady, you said, "Oh, since it's online, it's fair game to talk about." Correct?
But if it's online, it's fair game to talk about, and it's fair to talk about in its entirety, though, not how you're trying to framework it.
I'm asking my piece.
So you can't ask me if you want to know about the story. It's not a question that can explain what happened. It's going to require you to be quiet and you to hear what happened.
But you didn't finish hearing what I was asking.
I know what you're asking. Go ahead. Watch this. Go ahead. I know what you're asking. I'm going to answer, and then I'm going to tell you the story, and therefore we're going to get right back to it wasn't a team. So I'm not going to go to a practice where somebody can tear up a practice slip in front of the coach and a whole team. If somebody's going to undermine the team like that, I don't look at that as a team.
Like fines.
Yeah, he can throw away a fine slip in front of the coach, and you still call that a team?
Got you. Understood. And that is why you quit, right?
That's what you call it.
So
it's okay if you want to call it quitting. I'm not arguing that point. If you want to do all this talking to get to you think I quit, so let's get to that. You think I quit? Cool. Now can we move on to the next thing?
What do you call it then?
It don't matter what I call it. You call it
going back when your team needs you. What do you?
Why do you keep talking while I'm talking? What I'm trying to answer your question. You said, "What do you call it?" I'm gonna call it what you call it. Hopefully, it makes you feel better. But I don't think it's gonna make you satisfied because you look like you don't got nobody to satisfy you. That's why you up here worried about my thing. This nigga don't make no sense. I just said you want to do all this roundabout talking to call it that I quit. Cool. I'm okay with you saying that. My life is not affected by that at all.
It is when you blame Stephen
It's
A.
not at all.
You
I'm
blame
not blaming
all these
nobody for nothing. I went over a video where he didn't go, where his coach said that Anton Jameson said that if he was a better person, a better teammate, that they would have went further. And it was on the internet. I reacted to it. What is the problem with that?
Just talking to Eton, you said, "Oh, if we had a better
Okay, but
team."
why won't you answer any of my questions? What's the problem with me hearing of a first time ever Coach Eddie Jordan, somebody who I played for, and two other captains on a team got on the internet? This has never happened before, and said an all-star, Gilbert Arenas, who talks about Kobe and all these other players, that if he was a better teammate and he didn't do what he wanted to do, that they could have went further. That's something to talk about. That's all I did was go over that.
And that's fair. But it's also fair to talk about your career and why you didn't prosper and stuff like that instead of blaming people, though. That's not
Okay,
fair?
you keep saying I'm blaming people. You said I quit. I said, okay, cool. How is that blaming somebody?
You said it's whatever I say it is. You're not
How
saying
is
you
that
quit.
blaming somebody?
You said, "Oh, I say it's whatever you is."
No, I said
That's like
one
agreeing to
can,
disagree.
listen, it's all about
My action
perspective.
did affect
Listen,
his actions.
bro,
I mean,
bro,
it's
I
like
want to
saying,
hear
why didn't
Kwame.
the
I
reason
want to
why
hear
I
Kwame.
said
I
no,
don't want to hear
listen,
you.
the reason why I said
I
that
don't
is
want to
not
hear
to
you.
go against what you're saying, because one could look at it that way. Is some people out there, no matter how I tell the story, they're going to say, well, you quit. And I'm not going to be able to talk them out of that. So I said, okay, you got it. But from my perspective, once you show me that you undermine what the team is, then it's no team. And it came from the GM. And when I had other players confirm that the GM was undermining the team. So therefore, it wasn't a team, in my opinion. So it's about different vantage points, if you ask me. So I'm not going to argue with you about your vantage point.
You got it. I just got one last point, and then I'll leave y'all alone. All right. So y'all hold your point about Tyson Chandler. You said they looked at Tyson Chandler's contract, and then his stats, and then they compared it to yours, and that's why you got the contract you got.
But you're missing one point.
But
They're
you
also
signed before him.
Hold on, wait. They're also looking
You
at.
signed in July.
Hold on, I'm gonna answer that. That's easy. They also, because you don't know nothing about NBA contracts, that's easy to answer. But to give you some context, they also go off of the matchups and how we play against each other. And you know, Gilbert lied to you guys and told the truth at the same time, like he always does, because Tyson Chandler did kill in that series, but unfortunately, I left already when he started killing. When I was there, he was 2-2, 4-4. Cino showed the numbers. When I left, where did he go to? Where did he go to, Cino, when I left?
Shoot, he was having 20 and 12s. He was double.
He was like a double machine.
That's
Yeah.
not what I'm
I'm giving you context on how all of that embodies how a guy gets paid, right? So I signed early, so that's Gilbert smoking gun. Okay, that's not a problem. Just like Austin Reeves can sign right now. He could have signed last summer. But
Absolutely.
Austin Reeves bet on himself, right?
Yes.
So then Austin Reeves is going well for Austin Reeves right now, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it would make sense for him to hold out the entire season, and he's going to get probably whatever he wants.
So you didn't believe in yourself to bet on yourself?
Who said that? You
asking.
didn't even let me finish this. You already asked one question, and now you're asking the question in the middle.
You had a pause. I thought you was done. Continue.
My God, Jesus Christ. All right, man. I'm gonna let you push your narrative, bro. Maybe you could explain it to me. He won't be so interrupted. I don't know. I can't.
Okay, well, I'll
This is
get
as
the
respectful
shorter
I
route.
could be, bro. I wasn't interrupting you at all.
That's okay. I'm gonna give you a shorter route, James. You know, you probably was on a
But I
shorter
want to
route.
hear from him.
He
It's
told
his
it
life.
to you.
He tried to tell you.
He stopped.
He told it to you, but you didn't understand it. So I'm gonna simplify it for you. At the end of the year, it's projected that would you say that Austin Reeves would get about $100 million deal, right? At the end of the year, right?
Possibly, yeah.
Right. So you already can gauge that's what he's about to get. So it's not, out of this world to gauge what Tyson Chandler would get at the end of the year, right? So even if you sign before him, it doesn't matter what
I don't agree with that point,
Chandler
though.
got in
I don't
his
agree with
deal
that
when
point.
he signed. If you sign before him, you already know what he was projected to get. So you don't have to wait till someone signed to know what they get.
It was
Tyson,
already projected.
Tyson Chandler.
I was trying to tell him
you
it's like
talking
the
about
real
projection.
estate market.
I
It
got you.
goes off your draft pick. It goes off the guys before you. There's players that average 7 and 7 before Tyson, before me, that agents base things off of.
I understand what y'all saying. It's the
And so
projection.
those projections is how you get paid. So Tyson Chandler had a year prior to that where he played, and then he had the start of that season where he played. And so you can have projections. So it's all about projections. That's it.
So instead of believing on yourself,
This the
bro,
danger.
can
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
I'm
'Cause
letting
you've
I'm
asked
letting
a lot of
y'all
questions. So
talking.
answer this.
I'm
When
just
Gil
responding.
Gil
Y'all talking,
said
I'm letting
hold
y'all
on, when Gil said Tyson Chandler was killing in the playoffs, would you agree that he misled y'all as if that happened on me?
No, he never said he was killing Kwame. He never said
What he
was killing
said,
Kwame.
he said Tyson Chandler was our biggest problem. Did you not hear the whole lie?
He never said he was killing you.
Oh wow, okay.
He didn't say that. But what I was trying to say is, so I understand. So instead of seeing his projection and be like, yo, I could beat that nigga. I'm better than Tyson Chandler. You said, nah, let me take the safe bread. And that's fair. There's nothing wrong with that. But that's just what it is. But you can't
You have
blame
no
other
clue.
people.
You have no
That's
clue
my
what you're
issue.
talking
You
about,
just blame
James.
other people.
You just
though.
like to hear yourself talk. That's why I'm just letting you talk because you don't shut up.
Did you see those games?
Which games are you talking about?
When they played each other, when Kwame played and that whole Wizard Bulls playoff, did you go back and watch those games?
I watched it back then. Ben
You
Gordon was
watched
one
it
of my
back
favorite
then.
players.
Okay, so you know that Kwame played in 3 of the games, right?
Okay.
So he's already played against Tyson Chandler and had success against him. He had 2 points and 4 points, Tyson Chandler.
Bro, we weren't talking about the matchup.
So
we
why would
already
he be
agreed on the point.
afraid
We already
of
agreed it
Tyson
was about the projection.
Chandler moving forward in a series? He's having success against him.
This is why y'all gotta stop interrupting people. We already agreed on that point. We agreed it was the projections. The only point I was getting to is that you took the safe bread. That's it. And there's nothing wrong with that. But he didn't answer. So I want to
But
hear
you don't
him.
never shut up because I didn't take no safe bread. How do you ask a question and make a statement at the same time?
It's a question.
I'm just asking a question, but you just took the safe bread. How the fuck is that a question, Gene?
I said, did you take the
How
safe
you scared
bread?
of somebody he have
That don't even
sex
make no
against?
sense. Did you
I said,
take the
did
safe
you?
bread? But that's okay. I said, did you take the safe bread? And that's okay. You make no sense. Listen, bro, I'm not here to argue with you. So just say you don't like me. Just
I don't
say
have no
whatever
issue
you
with you.
believe in. Now you're interrupting, but you just said, let's not interrupt. You can't even stand on what you're saying. You're so emotional.
So James, you
Just
said
say
he
you
quit,
don't
right?
like me, and that's okay. It's not a problem. I don't know you. It's not going to affect my day at all. He can't even stop moving. Look at it. He got to do something. Look at it.
James, you said he quit, right?
This dude is emotional, man.
James, you said he quit on the team, right?
Can I respond or y'all still talking?
I'm asking you a question. Did you say he quit on the team, right?
I thought me and him agreed that he quit because he said it's whatever I think.
Okay, so he quit on the team. So do you realize the Los Angeles Lakers is one of the biggest franchise in the NBA? Would you agree with that?
Ben Simmons will still get a job right now if he
No,
wanted
that's
to.
Ben Simmons. That's not what I
That's
just
not answering
asked
the
you.
question.
I said,
He's
would
too
you
emotional to
agree?
answer questions. He want his questions
Would you
answered, but he
agree
got a
that the
filibuster
Los
when you ask him
Angeles
something.
Lakers is
Feminine.
the biggest franchise in the NBA?
Is one of them.
Okay, it's one of them. You agree with that? So a man who you believe quit on the team, why would the Los Angeles Lakers be interested in signing him?
Can I respond, please?
Yes, that's what I'm asking you.
I got you, but y'all like. So one example is DeAndre Ayton. They believed he quit on the team and the Suns, but the Trailblazers say, you know what, fuck it, let's give him another chance. And then they thought he quit on the Trailblazers.
So wait
They
a
said,
minute.
"Fuck
Your
it, let's
response
give
to
him another
that is
chance."
because they gave Aiden a chance. Let me tell you how you get that chance. When a team thinks you quit, they're going to bring in a sports psychiatrist, and that person is going to evaluate you. There's no team that's going to give you millions of dollars when they think you're going to quit, genius. They're going to have somebody sit down and talk to you. They're going to investigate those stories. And when they investigated the things that I said and realized that Gilbert Arenas and that organization was the way it is, Although I still had to take a punishment because of the decision that I made to not go to practice. You still got to be a professional. So that dropped me my pay. But at the end of the day, that's the reason why they still signed me for $8 million a year, $7.5, $8 million a year. And they're not going to give that type of bread as a chance. I don't know who told you that, but they go check. The NBA has federal agents that check behind everything you say. And so all these stories about Gil, they know he full of shit.
Yeah.
So everything I've said on this internet, you don't hear nobody that come up here that don't have a vested interest to lie, that come up here and say that I lied.
Why don't you think Gil say I lied? You see, he ain't coming out saying nothing I said was a lie in that video. He been quiet as a church mouse about my video.
Because I think
I was hoping he defended his name though. I was hoping he came out and defended his name. Like, that ain't true. I ain't gay. Like, I was hoping he defended his manhood at anything. Like, yo, you just come out and defend that. That's one thing I hope he did, but he didn't. So it's a sad day in America.
Y'all don't think there's any similarities between Kwame and DeAndre Ayton, both being 7 foot, both having potential? Y'all don't think there's no that's just me. That's me making shit up.
No, I don't think DeAndre Ayton had a situation like Kwame Brown's. No.
Oh, I'm not saying like he was.
You talking about play style, or are you talking about just mentally?
No. I'm just talking about in a league, you need 7-footers, especially back then when it was Shaq and it was a more post-center league. So you really needed centers. Back then, right now, you could kind of get away.
Hey, man, are you Gil, cousin? Because you say everything he say. All you doing is repeating everything he said on his show. That's ridiculous.
And that's why he sounds so bad, because
you sound.
I don't see DeAndre Ayton in that. I never seen DeAndre Ayton say KB.
Not talking play style. I'm not talking play style. I'm just
talking.
You just repeat.
Why would I be talking about Kwame Brown if I'm thinking about DeAndre Ayton then?
Who is Drizzy?
I was just responding to his question.
Yeah, I ain't bringing nobody new on the link. I don't know who these people is, and I ain't trying to get flagged. Queen Lady, your mic is terrible.
Can you hear me now?
No.
I can't
get a lot of feedback. Oh God, that mic is trash.
Yeah. See, why do you take everything Gilbert Arenas says as the Bible?
I promise
you regurgitating all of the things that he's saying.
I've never heard another player say it.
I never heard him say.
Dude, you literally, but you never heard him say this stuff. You are psychic, my friend. You literally are repeating everything he said in his video that's on the internet. I literally can play it right now. You're saying everything he said.
What video?
His math was so off. You only went up $1 million in 12 years. I'm like, this boy is dumb as hell.
When did I talk about your money?
I'm saying that's what Gil said. You're not listening. You're listening to the reply.
But you said I'll repeat what Gil says. And
yeah,
I've never brought up your money or anything
not
like that.
Not that thing. You repeat almost everything he's saying.
But has Gil ever compared you to DeAndre Ayton?
Yes.
Okay,
there's no comparison. That don't even make sense.
What is it about DeAndre Ayton that you think is comparable to Kwame?
Okay, y'all getting stuck on the play style. I'm just talking about the fact that 7-footers are valuable. First round picks are gonna get chances no matter what. It's really that.
They get $1 million chances. They don't get $7-8 million chances. I don't know what you're talking about.
So what? 7 foot.
Let me ask you this: instead of going down this tangent that don't make sense, because we're talking about Gilbert Arenas, we don't need to get off topic.
Not to be in the NBA. Yo, I was blessed.
Did you see the video that Gilbert Arenas put out?
You talking about the 5-hour one?
Yeah, the 5-6 hour video. Did you see it?
Yeah.
So what part of that video do you think he exposed me with? Because that's what we're supposed to be talking about. Because I don't think he exposed nothing.
So then we could agree to disagree, because I already got the 2 points off. So the point about you signing before Tyson Chandler, and then
that didn't make sense.
But it's okay. We already got.
Oh no, but I'm glad you got those points off, because that didn't expose anything, because everybody that knows basketball knows that it's just like the real estate market. There's projections that we
agree on that.
It don't go off of that year like he tried to specify. And the only thing that I said was Gilbert Arenas told the coach that I was in his way, and he confirmed that already. He said that. Yeah, he told the coach that I was in his way. If I had 13 points, how many rebounds did I have that game? 8, 9, 7?
Yeah, something
But
like
talking
that.
about that,
Yeah,
So let me ask you
that was in
this.
his
So
video.
if a guy comes off a bench, right, and gets 13 points, 7 or 8 rebounds, that's a solid game off the bench. Why would he need to not be able to get some more touches and play the same way? Why would you go backwards instead of go forward?
Because in that 5-hour video, he has a clip of Eddie Jordan talking to Eton and saying he told Eton, yo, I'm going to switch things up during the playoff series if we don't, because y'all lost that game, right?
Yeah, we lost the next one too, though.
I got you. But he said, if we lose that game before, I'm going to switch things up. And then he did.
Oh, Gilbert said
told
that. The guy
No,
that had a shitty
Eddie
game
Jordan.
that had. But I'm saying, who explained the story? Gilbert, right?
No, it was a video of Eddie Jordan.
No, he
and
played where
Eton.
Eddie said that
He played where Eddie said that, right? So okay, Eddie
It had nothing
Jordan
to do
had.
with Gil.
Okay, so let me explain. Eddie Jordan has had to do what another man has told him to do for 30 plus years. Eddie Jordan is a tickle me Elmo. He just does what another man tell him to do in order to get a paycheck.
Yeah.
So Gilbert Arenas was able to go. Everybody in their right mind. Let me ask you this: Gilbert Arenas is a bocce, scored 60 on Kobe. Would reporters want to know why he scored 9 points instead of his normal 25, 30? Wouldn't
Absolutely.
reporters want to know that?
Absolutely.
Okay, so what do you think Gilbert Arenas said to reporters and said to people when they asked that question?
I don't know. You tell me, sir.
Probably that Kwame Brown was in his way. Because if you look at that first game, I was one in the post a lot, and Gilbert wants the floor to go 1-4 flat.
I got you.
And so it makes sense because he got a picture up on his dating app his dating video with his wife or his channel of 1-4 flat. That's how much he loves 1-4 flat. Do you know what 1-4 flat is?
Yes, it means everybody get out the way. But
Get out the way and go where?
Down fucking baseline. But
okay,
listen,
so everybody get on the baseline. If I'm in the post, am I in his way if he wants to run 1-4 flat?
No.
Wait. You said 1-4 flat is everybody get out the way and get on the baseline, correct?
Correct.
If I'm in the post posting up, which I did a lot the first game, wouldn't I be in his way for the offense that he want to run?
Depending on what side you're on, you're not going to stand directly in the middle, or else you want 3 seconds
Sir,
in the paint.
if I'm in the post, 1-4 flat does not work. 1-4 flat, the title is in. What you got to do is in the title. Everybody flatten out to the baseline. So listen, nobody has to be in the post. Gilbert Arenas told the coach that I was in his way because he wants to run 1-4 flat. That's the only play he knows.
But where's the proof? Because you said Eddie Jordan. You said
the proof is he still got the damn thing.
Every video he done showed y'all.
He still got the
he
damn
done showed y'all. 1-4 flat. I called it.
Again,
Coach didn't even know I called it.
Gilbert will tell you that's the only play he like to run is 1-4 flat. Why do I?
He calls himself Mr. 1-4 flat.
Mr. 1-4 flat.
He ran that play on Utah at the end of the game, and Darren Williams' face. They didn't even know it. The team wasn't even set up for a 1-4 flat. He ran it. What?
So why? How could anyone say I'm lying when I can show you the whole first game of me posting up, and then Gilbert Arenas tells the media, "Why would I throw the ball to Kwame Brown? He ain't gonna do shit with it."
Now, who in the media can say yes? Gil told us that because Eton had
Eton even admitted it. Gil admitted it.
Gil would say something.
I've never seen that, bro.
Oh man, you so brainwashed. You must be Gilbert.
You got too much. You got too much
Gilbert
Gil name. I
you
know
actually was kid to Gilbert. You kid to Gilbert, bro.
You should post that video because that would prove Gil wrong.
Post what video?
Of somebody saying, yeah, Gil said, Kwame, get the fuck off the, get out the way or whatever. I told the coach.
Come on, man. We wasn't recording no dude saying that 25 years ago.
But you just said somebody said it.
I mean, it probably was in the media. Probably
what you say, Carcino?
Gilbert Arenas admitted to saying it on that 5-hour video. He said, I said that at the end of game 3.
That boy cap. He said that shit to explain himself at 9 points he got.
So he admitted he said it, He's just trying to say he said it at a different time. He's like, I said that at the end of game.
How he said at a different time, and immediately the touches got changed. We running pick and roll so he can get free. We flattening out so he can. You see, the next game I ain't have but one shot.
I understand that, but
That's
that
kind
is
of
not
insane.
proof.
I can't have you on the floor only getting one
That's
attempt.
proof of change of concept. That's not
Change
proof
of
that he-
concept.
It's proof of Gilbert Arenas lying to protect
That's not proof
his
that
narrative.
he said something.
He do be lying, bro. He be lying, bro.
Yeah,
I told him
see,
to his
you
face
know,
it's
I don't
lying.
know.
That's what he
games
do.
don't lie. Like they
That's what
say,
he
Paul
do.
don't
That's what
lie.
he do.
Like Rasheed
Like the
Wallace
sky
say,
is blue.
Paul don't
Gilbert
lie.
Arenas be lying
If you
too.
go back and look at the statistics of the game, you see how the game changed from one game to the next. You see Michael Ruffin, who wasn't even active.
I mean, the man
all of
loved
a
to play
sudden
so much.
activated.
The man loved to play so much. Look on the screen, man. It's 20 years later. He started a show with his wife and got 1-4 flat on the goddamn thumbnail.
That doesn't mean I told Kwame to get on the bench.
Well, it means he like 1-4 flat.
Oh, absolutely. We can agree on that.
Thought he would be in
Okay.
interested in pick and
So
rolls now.
anybody who knows basketball, if you're gonna agree that he like 1-4 flat, then you can agree. If I'm in the post, then I'm in his way.
Yeah.
I don't
Not
agree
your
with
fault.
that. You can move.
If you don't agree with that, then that means you're just biased because
And
1-4 flat,
he's not running the
you
one
have to
play the
flatten
whole
out to the
game.
baseline.
And he's not running. So he ran 1-4 flat the whole next game. Is that what happened?
It's on the internet. He ran pick and roll, so he can get off shots. I wasn't in the
But
post
that's
no
not
more.
1-4 flat.
You're not listening. I wasn't in the post no more. Get me lifted so he can shoot. I wanted to post up and go to work.
But that's not what the coach
James,
wanted.
do you realize you're telling a NBA basketball player what is 1-4 flat? You
Absolutely
telling
not.
him
No.
what
Let's get
is
that
it
one thing
1-4
clear.
flat?
That's why I'm laughing.
Let's get that one thing clear. I'm not trying to
That's
tell.
why I'm laughing. I'm like, oh, I ain't.
I'm not trying to tell a nigga who played in the NBA.
But you
about
just said
basketball.
I wasn't in the
I'm
way
just
if I was
talking
in the
about
post.
facts. No, I said you could have got out of the way. But
No,
the coach-
that's not what Gilbert wants. He's faster. You got to understand something. It makes sense why he wants 1-4 flat.
But I don't want to argue the concept.
Gilbert was fast as hell. He was tall. He could shoot. So he wants everybody to flatten out to the baseline. So the center got to come farther over to get to him.
Bro, you
That's
are
it.
right on the concept. I don't want to argue the concept. I'm just talking.
No, it's not a concept.
Proof
I'm just
and
right.
facts.
I'm just right on the facts.
'Cause
These are
Eton-
facts. It's not a
You're
concept.
in Gil's way if
Eton
you're
had
running
the
the 1-4
coach.
flat and you're posting up. He's in the way. I'm sorry.
I got you. Why? We're not arguing that. Eton had the coach. Eton had reporters, and all of them said, "Hey, Gil never told us anything about Kwame needing to get out of his way or anything like that." So why would they be lying for Gil?
Oh.
I don't know what you're talking about, but like I said, man,
Bro, what?
anybody with a hold on, brother. Anybody with a brain can see that my story make a whole lot more sense than Gilbert's story, considering the fact that I can play you the very first game of the playoff, and I'm in the post. And Gilbert Arenas had a poor game. Very next game, go look at how it was played. He told the coach I was in his way. Next thing you know,
Okay,
I was out the fucking way. Trust me.
but why would the coach lie for him for 20
Man,
years?
well, how many times I got to tell you that ain't no damn coach? That's a weenie dog. He's been doing what another man told him to do his whole
Wait,
life.
all right.
Boy, what's wrong
So,
with you?
So who
That's
is
a damn weenie dog.
I got you.
James,
Hold on, who is
let
B
me
Magic?
answer this
Who is
question.
B Magic?
Ernie
What's going on,
Grunfeld.
Kwame?
Ernie
What's up?
Grunfeld. If you was listening to when you listening to Eton and Coach Jordan talk, he was telling you that all of the things that was going on out there and that he had to take the blame for, Ernie Grunfeld would come down and tell them what to do defensively in games.
Facts.
So Ernie was the one that would come and tell him what to do, and he would do it.
So is it possible
Ernie
that
did not
Ernie told
hire
him to
him. He's not
put Kwame
Ernie's
on the
guy.
bench?
Ernie didn't choose him, but when he saw Eddie was following every command, he let him keep the job because he said, "Oh, okay, well, good. He knows that I'm in control and what I say go." And Gil's was his guy. So if Gil was unhappy, Ernie was unhappy. If Gil wants something, give whatever Gil
So what
wants.
about, is it possible that Ernie was like, "Oh, I think Gil is unhappy, and I'm
He
gonna tell
got mind
Eddie.
control for Debo. That's what it is, dog. That's what.
What if he? Is it possible that he told Eddie?
Yes,
No,
it's
he's
very
gonna tell.
possible he
That's who
told
told Eddie at the behest of Gilbert Arenas. Yes,
Exactly. Who you think Gil told to? You think Gil went up to Eddie? No, he went up to Ernie.
Gil shot 3 for 19. He was terrible.
Gil went up there. Why you think he started game 2? Who starts with game 2?
Yeah, Kwame lying.
That's some horrible storytelling right there. And then
Yeah.
he bragging about a game that he get the person he guarded and scored 34. Kurt Heinrich was lighting his ass.
I said that too. I was like, I think Kurt Heinrich went off on him too.
Now, Carcino, what you think I got mad about? I'm not trying to do all that shitty time got to do to keep for the cover for this guy that don't want to do nothing. He literally told the coach, "I don't play defense." I said, "What?
Hell no."
Bro, you got me
off that floor today.
You don't play defense.
All right, let's have a basketball discussion.
No, you ain't having a basketball discussion.
That is a basketball discussion. You ain't gonna play no defense till you go off the floor.
Let me tell you something. Hold on. You've been talking a lot. Hold on one second. Don't make me yell. The fact of the matter is, anybody that's a true hooper, they understand how disrespectful that is. A dude that gets the green light to go shoot any basketball he wants will tell you to your face in front of your coach, I don't play defense. How the fuck do you win with that? That was our young generation. This Negro sit up on a couch. He sit up on a couch and act like he carried the threat of basketball for real. No, he does not.
So
no, he does not. Do you know how
Brown
hard
was playing defense?
Do you know how hard you gotta
Wheeler,
work?
tripping,
Hold
bro.
on. Do you know how hard you gotta work to play defense like Derek Fisher, to get up into your man and not be screened? Do you know I used to look at Derek Fisher like, oh shit, I don't feel like bumping into this dude today. Because he trying to rip your knee off to not be screened. This joker looked like he used to go in there and eat weights. He was just a center in a compact body. And he would not let you screen him. So if Derek Fisher can do it and win championships, but may not have the accolades of a Gilbert Arenas, then why can't Gilbert Arenas do it?
That you got to ask Gil. But
no, we got to ask you fans that idolize people that won't play on both ends of the court. At the park where I grew up at, if you would have ever said something like that, we going up top. We punching you right in your shit.
You ain't even getting on the court.
You ain't getting on the court no more. We don't respect none of that.
Swear to God.
You think we give you ball just to shoot and you ain't playing no defense? You crazy.
We not even gonna pass it to you. You going to get your own rebound. You got to work hard.
That's what the NBA has turned into, and that's why the NBA suck. You got a bunch of point guards like Trae Young and all these guards that do nothing but play one end of the court, and they do not defend anybody. And the only way you could be good in any league is at the point of attack. At on-ball defense is very important. But we trade points for true, real basketball. We've traded points in for that now. So no longer do we highlight the guys like what's his name for Rondo, a true point guard that's going to play defense and get everybody involved. No, we got to have
I remember that.
We got to have a two guard that slide over the point guard and step back three all goddamn day, and it ruined the league.
Ooh. Yep. Oh, wow.
That's fair. But
when I was in high school, it was all about Jaylen Brown. That boy was a beast at Wheeler. I swear to God, he made me quit playing basketball. I was like, yeah, it's over. He's 6'4". He don't even know how to dribble. He a problem. His coach gave him the green light. He on my head.
Warriors championship, Steph didn't play any defense. He didn't play no defense.
That's cap.
Nah, he ran assists. He tried. He got beat on defense, but he tried to play defense.
You remember how if you watch any of my basketball takes, there's guys that are just naturally slower. There's guys that can't play defense because
Luka try to play
that's
defense.
their ability. They're just limited. But you got to have a team concept, and Steph plays a good team concept of defense.
That's
so what about Allen Iverson?
Allen Iverson is going to gamble.
Allen Iverson went all around defense. You tripping? That boy was going to get his whole body out.
Allen
Iverson, that boy take an elbow in the face.
NBA and steals. What are you talking about?
You know how many times he was going to hit the floor that night? If you play Allen Iverson, you was going to have to count how many times he was going to hit the floor.
Allen Iverson was fighting to get over screens like a monster and a dog.
Gil was in the top 10 in steals too.
I'll show you.
I said Allen
some
Iverson
stuff.
led the NBA in steals.
But listen, just because you get James Harden led the league in steals too.
No,
was James Harden
who was
ever a
scoring on
lockdown
Allen
defender?
Iverson? Who was lighting Allen Iverson up? Nobody.
Was James Harden ever a lockdown defender? And he led the league of steals. He led the league of steals.
When James Harden, before he had that pop belly, James Harden gave way better effort on defense.
When he was on OKC, coming off the bench, and then
he used to play defense. Yes, James Harden, when he was in shape, he can play both ends of the court.
Reaching for steals is not team defense. That doesn't help because if
you keep talking about reaching for steals, I said he played defense. He got over picks. He did everything right until he got heavy.
Ginobili played defense. I can
That
tell
is
you a
not
lot of
true.
shit.
He didn't play no defense in the Rockets. When he first got there, he wasn't playing no defense.
You talking about the Rockets? You know he played for OKC, right?
James, what do
Yes,
you
and he was a
count
bench
for
player.
defense?
Okay,
James,
how did he get paid? He got out there and he did everything right to get that max contract.
James,
It don't
what
matter
do
if you
you
come
count
off the bench. So when he played at OKC, he got over screens and he did everything right. Would you agree with that?
No, they didn't say, "Hey, yo, James Harden locking them
my
niggas up.
God.
We need him in Houston." They said he could score. But wait, Carcino,
How do you
was your
know what
question?
they said, sir?
James.
Respectfully, somebody told you that?
How about this?
You just
right.
made that up,
I
man.
made
Come
that
on,
up.
man.
You right.
Have real conversations, man. Don't have make believe
So here's
to
it.
be right.
I'll ask a question.
You're
Do you
not
think-
having a real conversation. I'm telling you right now. I love this basketball shit. James Harden, when he was in shape, he played both ends of the court. He got paid and took over a team and turned into just a scorer. Prior to that, when he was with Kevin Durant and Westbrook, he had room to play defense and offense because they didn't need him as much on offense.
That's the point. He played his role because he wasn't scoring. But
That
when
ain't
they
the
needed him
point.
to
Kobe
score,
Bryant
he
did.
stopped
Kobe
playing.
Bryant did just as much scoring as he did defense. Michael Jordan did just as much scoring
Melo was
as he
that
did
boy too.
defense.
Until he got old. Melo was that guy until he got old.
Carmelo played just as much offense as he did defense. Carmelo played
Whoa,
power forward
I'm
one
not
year.
allowing that. I'm not allowing that.
How
He
you
was
not
not
allowing
You ain't
fucking
allowing that. You
defense.
ain't. Yeah, you didn't
That's
watch
lies.
basketball
This
like
is why
I
I
did.
That's
asked you,
lies,
James.
bro.
That's
James,
crazy.
what do you count? What do you think defense is?
Whatever the team concept is. So if the
What?
team
Wow.
That don't make sense to me. That don't make sense. How's a player playing defense within?
That explains it all, ladies and gentlemen.
That is
Mike D'Antoni don't play defense. So
Can
what
I
that mean
explain
on
Hey,
the
let me
Knicks?
ask
Like
you
what
this,
that
James. What does it take to play defense?
wait, y'all asking two questions. I'm gonna
No,
explain
one
what I
question.
just
What
said.
does it take to play defense?
Wait, bro, let me explain what I just said. So one example would be if you have somebody like Mutombo or Marcus Camby back down there, you're not fucking focused on stopping your man at the point of attack. You just say, yo, don't shoot. Don't let him shoot. Let him get, if he get by you, whatever. That's it. Is that
So you're gonna
wrong?
risk
Right.
Mutombo fouling out because you don't want to stop at the
because he's
point of
back there
attack.
just leading the
Mutombo
league
is
in blocks.
smart.
You just
He's not-
trust him like that.
Oh my
Mutombo was a
God.
smart
You one of them
defender. He was
a-holes.
All right,
trying
what
to
does
reach
it
for
take?
niggas.
What
That's
does
why
it
you couldn't
take
be
for you
my
to play
teammate, yo.
defense?
You couldn't be
What'd
my
you say?
team.
What does it take for you to play defense?
IQ. That's the first one. Effort.
Absolutely not. It's only energy and effort.
You don't need IQ.
You need hush puppies.
No, you need the
hush
concept.
puppies.
You do what the team concept is, and you do it with energy and effort.
And how do you know what the team concept is? With your
They're gonna tell you don't need IQ. You're doing what you're told. The coach comes in with a scheme and says, "Trap the pick and roll." What the fuck do you need IQ to trap the
and
pick
how
and
do you
roll when you already
understand
know the
that? That's
concept?
called basketball IQ.
I went to see the pick roll. Got
That's
that
called
roll.
basketball
Right.
IQ.
No, sir. I've been in the locker room where we game plan and scheme, and they write down on the paper what we're doing for pick and roll. You don't
They
need an
break it down
IQ
for
because it
they
changes
break it
every
down for a
game.
caveman.
All
That
you
is-
got to do is know how to trap the pick and roll, and you go out there and you do it with energy and effort. That's the game plan.
And how do you know IQ?
Man, you point your ear, you can tap your ear however many times you want. That don't even make no sense. It's energy and effort. That's what you need for
Do you
defense.
know what make great defenders so great? And do you know
The
that
first
James?
one is IQ and effort. Like
No, it's
Draymond
not
Green,
about that, dude. It's a
like
listen,
I
Dennis
can know some
Rodman.
smart
James,
people that
James,
can just can't get off the
James,
couch.
you know what great defenders do? Is
I'm
they
listening.
know and they recognize the offensive sets, they know the positions, they know how to slide their feet, they know how to position their hips on certain
Thank
plays
you.
to deny,
Thank
they know how to
That's
keep their arms out, they know how to deflect balls because they know they locked in. Ball you man. They don't ball
Right.
watch and get stuck. They know
Right.
how to protect the baseline, close, make sure they seal it off, push them out, cut off that baseline. force them out of bounds. All of these little details that you don't pay attention to in a game is what these defensive players. This is why Kawhi Leonard was so good defensively. It was
they call everything IQ. When I know some people that's dumb as a box of rocks, and all they do is just follow the positioning. Ball you man, that's just a concept.
So can you name some players?
Hold on. And so the main two things that you need for defense is energy and effort. You could be as smart as a motherfucker, but if you don't have the energy to be able to take on the task, then what's the point? If you don't have the effort to keep going, yes, you have to have a level of IQ, but you can ask for any coach. The first thing they want is the guy that has energy and that's going to give effort. We can teach IQ.
That's the point.
Listen, sir, you're not listen, you're talking more than you're listening, and you're making this conversation hard. I asked you a specific question, and if I didn't, let me clarify. What's the first two things you need for defense? And it's not IQ and it's not effort, it's energy and effort. That is the first two things you need. Energy and effort, and then a coach can teach you the principles and the concepts, and through your energy and effort, you can take on the task. If you're just smart, you can't do shit. You could be a smart motherfucker to tell somebody where to go, but you don't have the energy to get there. That would make you a non-athlete.
That was
a good coach, though.
You didn't.
Yeah, you can be a great coach.
You didn't ask that at first. You said what?
Well, the problem is your mouth is so you run so fast, like you over talking a former NBA player. I'm telling you, you make it hard to talk to you because while I'm talking, you're like blah, blah, blah. You're so hard, you're so quick to challenge what someone is saying, and you should be quiet a little more. Make it an easier conversation. Don't make it hard for me to speak. Because I'm trying to get the audience to understand something. You want to argue with me, and I want the audience to know that the first two things that a defender must have is energy and effort. All of that other stuff, we will teach it to you through the principles and the concepts that the coach decides. Now, you up here trying to win some argument as if you know more than me, and you don't. So please, my brother, respectfully, it's simple. The two things that any coach want to start with is energy, effort. Everything else, we're going to put those schemes in, and it'll be second nature where you don't even have to think. You just do.
Yeah.
I agree. The issue is that you didn't say that. That wasn't your question. You said, what do you need on defense? And I named those three
good.
things.
Well, now we got clarification. We can move on because you just want to argue, and I'm just saying.
You made up an argument on something we agree on.
So KB, who's your favorite defensive player?
I reiterated it. So we
who's
good
your favorite big man used to like defensively to see in the league when you?
Damn, James, they done got rid of you, boy. They don't like the way you argue. I told you. These people make it hard to have conversations with them because they keep you arguing to where you can't just get your message out clean and clear and precise. It's no, but you know you need IQ, you need this. As I'm trying to clean it up for him, he steady keep interrupting. The first two things I need in a player is energy and effort. He has to be able to do the task, and we're gonna teach him the scheme. Some coaches want you to drop and plug. Some coaches want you to trap. Some coaches want you to show and stay high. But you got to have energy to be able to do all of those things.
Right. That's why Tony Allen was the way he was, just relentless. He gave energy and effort. Everything else, they can teach it to you.
Dude, I always thought he was going to get a championship on the Celtics.
I'm just going to have to start dropping these niggeros down while I'm trying to complete a sentence because they so busy trying to combat me instead of just listening. These niggas combative like a motherfucker, boy.
That's what. AKB, this is what I always say. I say, do you listen or you just waiting for your chance to talk?
Yeah. This nigga trying to act like he know more than me. No, you don't. You need IQ and effort. Motherfucker,
like,
you can be smart. You could be smart and have a little effort, but if you don't have the energy to keep doing it, then what is he going to be for me on defense if he can only do the play one time? He can only give one effort.
You don't know what to do. That's all he gonna be like.
Yeah, he can tell everybody where to be, but he can only get an effort one time. He don't got the energy to keep going. He don't got no motor.
Well, it's just like a zone.
Unfortunately for him, he gonna be single his whole life because he gonna be in arguments every day.
That's all he want to do is argue,
I
boy.
see it. I'm like, ooh, I see. You like to argue. I don't
Yeah, I
like
got rid of
that.
an ex like that because that's all she want to do is just argue. And I'll be like, look, I don't know how bad your day was, but I ain't got time for it.
I'll run
Hey
from arguments.
Kwame, it's just like a zone defense. Like all you gotta do is know where you're supposed to guard.
Right.
It ain't
But
hard.
he think that if a kid is just smart and can give effort, if you can only give one effort, and we're playing a 48-minute game, how are you any good?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yo,
ain't
your
got no
shit,
stamina. You ain't got no motive to do nothing.
Yeah.
You just know where to be. I knew where to be, coach, but I wasn't there. What
Yeah,
they
I'm
gonna do
600
for me?
pounds, coach.
What
I'm
they
600
gonna
pounds
do
because I eat
for me?
Twinkies all the time, but I know where to be, coach. I'm the smartest one out here, and I'll give one effort.
We gotta
Hey,
get you out here
your
doing some sprints. You gotta get that together.
I want that guy. I
breakdowns.
want that kid with that unbelievable motor that he going too fast, like Westbrook. I can teach him how to play defense.
Yeah,
I can teach him a concept. I can
he
control that
rolls
fight.
type thing. Like you can't stop him from moving.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like I used to have the thing when my father used to always run me around the house. That used to be his thing. Like we got to get that motor together if you're gonna play sports. That's be his number one thing. You can learn everything else later. You want to be
Right. That's
playing
the first thing we had to do when we got to practice. We had to go run that mile, and then we had to condition because it takes a lot of energy. This is the reason why the guards that claim and identify themselves as scorers, the reason why they don't want to do it is because it'll take away their legs for offense. So they're only playing one side of the ball so that they can get numbers to get paid. That's why I was so disgusted. It's like you don't even want to win.
Yeah.
You literally are just here. Anybody can do that. Man, if I had to do it over now, and the one thing I would do different in the league is I would just cheat like everybody else. I would just get 3 points a quarter, 3 rebounds a quarter, finish with 12 and 12, get my max contract, and say fuck winning.
Yeah, at that point you don't even care about the results. It's like
you could have
damn,
did
That's
this.
all they doing. They just trying to stay healthy to get their numbers. They don't care. That's all they're doing. I thought they was about winning. I thought guys, I heard all these stories where guys would play hurt. I'm out there playing on one leg and fucked up shoulder. I heard that's what guys do to win.
I heard Isaiah Thomas with the broken ankles coming out there to win the game. Like it was about to win. This was about to win
That's
and
why
loss.
I had to break the news to people. I was like, man, I've seen young rookies play. They keep telling these stories. Like, man, when I first got in the league, man, I was like, all right, man, we 3-2, man. Come on, we can go on a run and win. He's like one of the veterans on the team. He was like, man, he was laughing like, man, youngster, just relax. We ain't going nowhere. Like they were like 3-2. It was the start of the season. He's like, man, go on, come on and relax, young. Like we ain't going nowhere. Like,
What's going on? You just said it now.
What up, KB? What up, fellas? What up, panel?
What up?
What up, G?
That's how I feel about the Sixers right now. I'm like, I don't know about the Sixers, y'all. They look good right now. I don't know about to the playoffs.
Oh, they gonna be good.
If a P available, but I don't think he's gonna be there.
See, that's what I'm scared of every time. It's always him.
I think he's a little heavy right now.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Joel's knee is never gonna be the same. That's why I keep telling people when this ain't NBA 2K, and I gotta keep telling my cousins everything. I'm like, look, these surgeries on your knees and stuff. Like we talking about this Marcus Robinson dude. I was like, look, Marcus Robinson can't play a full season. This dude he's already had. I'm like, his best years is behind him. It's not finna be forward. Them surgeries then took it. I'm like, he's a big 7-footer. That stuff is wear and tear on his knees, all that bumping. He already had all these surgeries. I'm like, his best years are behind him. He only can play like probably 30, 40 games. Like Kawhi Leonard, his knees never gonna be the same. That arthritic condition, he got a medical condition. I was like, nobody worked harder than him.
I think Bradley Beal already out for the season. If not,
Hey,
mistaken.
spell legacy. I don't think they understand that, man. I guess because I'm down here talking to them, they don't understand. This man trying to tell me about defense.
That's why I shut up. I'm like, he's in the NBA. He was in the NBA.
Yeah, he
Well,
tried.
not,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
only
From
that,
Georgia. I wish I could do what you did.
I've read scouting reports from coaches for for 13 years at that time. So every other night, I got a scouting report on players' tendencies, on which way they like to go, which side the big like to get the ball on the post, which way he like to duck in, where he likes to set his screens at and roll to the basket. Because some bigs don't like to open up certain ways, so it's only certain sides they'll run into the pick and roll.
So was
And
the
so
scouting
all these
report on
things that
Shaq
you got to
bad?
pay attention to.
So was the scouting report on like Shaq like super like big on you, KB? Like I want to know.
Shaq's scouting report was don't take your body off of his body and then meet him early, because at that time Shaq was in a little better shape, and his best weapon was they was allowing him to run full speed into you, boy. And when he bumped you, they changed the rule because of Shaq. They started this dislodging rule because Shaq would go full speed and would not hit the brakes. He would just bump into you when you down there. Next thing you know, you under the rim. He catch it. I'm like, this son of a bitch. That year was crazy, man. Shaq was running so many people over. It was crazy.
See,
so I learned that's when Brendan Haywood kept quitting, right? So I said, oh shit, they put me on Shaq one game. So if you see how I guarded him, I kneeled down like ready to flip him over my head. I kneeled down like a football player, like I had my hands on my knees damn near. I'm like, because you can't meet him up high. He too strong for that. So he tried to spin up off me, but every time I would meet him with my shoulder, boom, and just be ready for the spin. And one time I caught that stomach with my shoulder and I heard that, I said, yeah, this shit fucking with him a little bit. I like it.
See?
But it wasn't no stopping Shaq. Well, that was the hardest thing, because he would bump you, and if he didn't slang you under the rim, then he'll try to hook your arm and ride you down to the post. And sometimes they'll give you a foul for that shit once he hooked your arm.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Back in those days, like Dennis Rodman had so much success on Shaq, and the smaller players had success because they wasn't guarding him up high; they were guarding him low, taking his legs out by putting that forearm in his back. He couldn't move, and he couldn't do nothing with Dennis Rodman because Dennis Rodman has fast feet. Like
and they stick that knee out.
He get in position, and Dennis is strong. And even to be that size, Dennis is very strong. And his conditioning, the effort you was talking about on defense. So he held Shaq scoreless for a whole second half. That's impossible. They was like, how did that happen?
Because Shaq gonna get frustrated and turn back with that big elbow, and Dennis Rodman is strong enough to stand there and take it right there on the chin. You remember that game when he got elbowed a couple of times in offensive foul? Most people, when they see Shaq, believe it or not, you got to be tough, boy. When Shaq elbow, it's an offensive foul, but when you see that arm coming, it's one thing to know you're gonna get an offensive foul. It's another thing to stand there. Most people out there just hold them.
And if you under the rim, good night.
Yeah, Shaq dirty, boy. He turned with that elbow up, and he know you gonna move. It's good night out.
Y'all know he called me Tumbo on his lip during the finals, man. They called a foul on Mutombo. I'm a Lakers fan. I feel bad for Mutombo because they called a foul on him.
Yeah, he got away with dislodging a lot. Yeah, he got
that was crazy. But, hey, look, y'all. Hey, Kwame and Casino, I want to ask y'all something real quick. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Cino.
No, go ahead. You can ask your question. I'll do
that. Yeah, no, I want to ask y'all something real quick, man. Y'all been on here a couple times. Salute to both of y'all, Cino and KB, because KB, you let me on a couple times in the past, man. I always appreciate you, but I'm from DC. Well, I'm from PG County. I'm from the DMV, man. So Kwame, I told you this before, man. I was out here, playing basketball. That was my childhood growing up when we got drafted over here, man. I always tell you that. I always seen and felt that something was off, something was weird with your whole situation. So when you came to YouTube and said everything you said, Kwame, it just like validated things I seen as a young basketball fan. Just a human, you feel me? So I just want to tell you that. But on top of that, I just want to let y'all know, did y'all see Gil's Arena yesterday, KB or Cino? Did y'all watch any of that?
No.
Nah.
I just want, the only reason why I asked y'all that, because I happened to be watching for like a little couple minutes, right? And y'all will not believe what this boy Gilbert said, man. I need you, Cino, I need you to go back and find this and clip this, because I know y'all going to have fun with this one, man. The boy Gilbert brought up, I forgot what they was talking about, KB, but he brought up the fact that basically they was talking about somebody, and he was like, I remember basically I remember when they was trying to call me out for not playing defense and such, right? And they asked my GM about it, and my GM told the press whatever. Gilbert scored points. We pay him to score points. He's doing his job very well. This, that, and the third or whatever, right? So Kenyon, it's Rashawn and Kenyon up there, right? Kmart was like, hold up, say what you said again, Gilbert? And Gilbert said it again, right? And he was like, Gilbert, and if I were on your team, I would have told your GM, yeah, motherfucker, right? You're not coming in our locker room telling us nobody about to not play no defense. He said, Kmart was like, I would have told your GM, man, you better go kick rocks with that shit. If I was on the team, that's what I would have said. And then Rashad basically doubled down, was like, man, that ain't no team like that. He was like, if your GM said that ain't no team. As soon as I'm hearing this shit, I'm just thinking about you, KB. I'm like, oh my God. I said, KB gonna have fun with this one. Like Gilbert said that shit like, Gilbert said it to like basically say, yeah, like when you that dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, your GM might say some shit like that, and that's how it is. Da-da-da. And they like, nah, bro, like, if that's the case, then y'all ain't had no team. Y'all coaching with some shit. Da-da-da. They get to like going on Gilbert. And I just get to think about you, KB, like, oh my God, that's exactly what KB be saying. Like, this shit is crazy.
Wow.
Man, that's sad. I've told y'all. And they call that a team. Oh, Kwame, you quit. No, he been quit. The moment you tell somebody, your teammate, you not gonna play defense, what kind of shit is that? Kenyon would have probably
was going to say the same thing.
See, they ain't labeled Kenyon no bust. So a normal number one draft pick would have been able to fuck Gilbert up. I wasn't normal. I had done got in trouble, tore my hand up, was labeled a bust. If I would have slapped Gilbert, I would have avoided my contract. And David Stern didn't play. He tell you something, it's over with. Anytime I got arrested for anything, he was trying to nail me for everything. I got arrested. I had to go fly to New York. What happened here? I'm like, why do I keep having to come here? My rights was violated. Well, if we find out you're lying, every time they didn't find out shit, I was lying. So to the point where I'm like, I'm not even coming. I'm not coming.
And like you're basically KB, your hands are tied behind your back, so you couldn't do nothing in the situation.
Yo,
Somebody like Kenyon,
I'm like, you know what? I'm faced with an impossible situation. Here I am. I know this weasel tried to get me with his agent. Then after he played like shit, and I told his agent I wasn't going with him, he had told the coach that I was in his way. Even said this shit in the paper that I ain't gonna do nothing with the ball anyway. This is supposed to be my starting point guard now, saying this in the playoff. And so I'm like, okay, well, since y'all fuck with him, fuck him. I'm good. And I knew what that was going to do because I'm like, if I go to this gym, my career is over because I'm going to fuck them up. And so I said, I'm just going to stay home. I told them, don't even come to my house. I said, I'm not coming. And when they called my phone, it was like, are you still in shape? Can you come down? I was in Florida at the time. I had done went down to Florida because they had helicopters and shit flying over my house. I never made a statement to the media. But here it is. It'll be 11 o'clock at night. It'll be motherfuckers pulling up to my house and they got helicopters on them and shit. They ain't tell you about all that. They got spotlights over my house and shit.
And you know you mad.
With me. So I just went down to Florida.
They know you.
Hey, you mad as hell. You sitting in the house chilling while
enemy number one today, buddy. You better not do that today.
I was doing what I think LeBron doing now, laughing that the Lakers lost like a motherfucker. I was in there laughing when they got whipped that second game. I mean that other game, but then they ended up winning. So I just looked at it like this. I could have helped in spots with Tyson and Shaq. I'm not saying we could have won that Miami series, but I know it could have been places that I could have helped in.
And there's a fact that Shaq only played in 2 games. They were getting beat by Mike Doliak.
Man, stop playing, man.
He wasn't gonna play no defense. That's struck a chord. That's gonna strike a chord.
They just called Mike Doliak up and activated him.
It was Doliak and Alonzo, I think, right?
Yeah, Lonzo Mourning with his kidney injuries, so he was barely playing.
Yeah, that's old Alonzo.
Yeah, old Alonzo.
Williams and
old
Alonzo. I mean, you got Udonis Haslam coming off the bench, but I mean, like that shouldn't have killed. That shouldn't have made that series go that way.
Hey, Vecino, I don't know if you're too busy today or whatever, Vecino, but please try to if you can't do it, try to get somebody to do it for you. Try to find that part what I'm talking about, Gil's Arena from yesterday, man. I know you and Kwame gonna have fun with that one, man. Like I couldn't believe he said that, and like when Kmart and Rashad like responded the way they did, I was just like, wow, like, bro, like I don't think he understand y'all like how coddled and like, you know what I'm saying, protected he was. Like he really think like that shit was like the norm in the NBA. Like now mind you, KB, I know you know this. Like when you're a superstar, you definitely get away with certain stuff, but the stuff Gilbert was getting away with in DC and like the agenda around him and why he was protected, like. He let all that shit like get go above his head to the point where he wasn't humble with it. He just really thought he was that dude in that way. But like, bro, you was so protected, and it's like because of an agenda that Grunfeld had to get past the Jordan era, and you know, and you were definitely box office. You were selling out the arena and all that, so it was a business move to have you the person you are. But that shit undermined the team, dog. I was like I said, I played ball. I was a young Wizard. I'm a Wizards fan to this day. I was a young Wizards fan, dog. I was happy. I was excited and shit when KB got drafted. I'm watching KB come in, and then he had to sit down. I was seeing like the whole quarter and a half later. I'm like, what's going on? He was doing all right. Like, why they not giving him more minutes? So it was always weird shit. Like that all was because of some political ass bullshit. Brumfield had the shit with Jordan, and then after the Jordan stuff, it was now Gilbert, you're the guy, Gilbert. You just do anything, man. You can do anything you want. Just give me all this Jordan shit. Da, da, da. So now you got this arrogant prick, this arrogant, goofy ass, immature dude. He got the handed the keys of the city, and he didn't know how to handle it properly. And when you got the former coach, somebody respected like Econ, somebody respected like Antoine, telling the coach that this dude, we could have did something real if this dude was not an idiot. That shit, it pisses me off because, like I said, as a young fan, I was always watching like them years as a fan of KB. Like, we good, we can just never get over that hump. And I feel like we had the talent, but I just can never put my thumb on why. But now I see why we just ain't have that. We didn't have that leadership from the top down that was going to enforce winning and tangible. That was gonna prioritize winning and shit like that. So when the coaches tell the fucking star player to play defense, the GM not gonna undercut him, and the fucking dude gonna rip up the fan and come to late practice and all that dumbass shit. Like that shit gonna take the morale of the team now, dog. You're not gonna win a championship.
It really is sad what the Wizards, what they allowed Ernie Grunfeld to do to that team and what Gilbert did. That's why he over here fighting so hard the way he is, because he know I'm not going to go look up information like Carcino is. That's not what I'm good at. Carcino and these guys been on YouTube. Carcino said it since 2007. It ain't much you can say, I can say, anybody can say that he ain't going to go be able to find. So I don't do that. But I do know the fans and everybody in DC, they're owed the truth. And
Man,
the truth of the matter is they let big business over everything.
Yes, sir. My bad. I didn't cut you off, bro. But like I said, man, because that's just my years of frustration as a fan coming through, man. Because like I've seen how JaVale McGee had potential, KB. I seen how Andre Blocks had potential. I see how Nick Young had potential. But they fucking leader was a goofy goofball that didn't have didn't set no standards and give them no structure. So like certain people, I believe this. Like certain people, I believe the same. I had an argument about Brad Bill. You know, y'all already know Brad Bill was drafted out here. I was telling my friends and my brothers and all that, like, I wanted to trade him like 5 years ago because I seen he ain't had that dog in him, KB. He ain't that killer instinct. He ain't had that winning intangibles. Like, he gonna put numbers up and all that, but when it comes winter time, he not that guy. And that's who Gilbert was. Gilbert was that guy.
Man,
like,
listen, Nick Young would have been an all-star had he not went to Washington with
right,
Gilbert.
My bad. I'm going on a tangent. I brought all them dudes up just to say that, Kwame.
Yeah.
Blatch, McGee, Nick Young, those was dudes with young, raw talent.
Andre Blatch was nice. He could do it all with the basketball.
They could have been something, KB, if they had a real
Andre
leader.
Blatch was like a second coming to me without MJ. He could do it all. I used to be able to handle the ball and do all that in high school, but he was able to do that in high school, and he just played the way he played in high school in the league. It looked good too. If he was able to not be out with Gilbert and do some of the things that I heard that they were doing, and maybe he could have been focused more on ball.
Yeah, because he was out the city, you know, getting high, you know, messing with the girls and all that. He was wilding out the city. But like I said, if your leader would have had a certain standard and a structure, they wouldn't have been doing it like that. Like Nick Young, y'all see how talented Nick Young was. Now that Gilbert Arenas literally altered that man's career, dog, for sure.
Yeah. Man, that boy James in the chat, he mad for real, boy.
Oh, no, let him back go on, KB. You know what I'm saying?
They
We can
paid
fry
the
him. We
dropper,
can fry
but
him all
he
day.
pissed off, boy.
Yeah, we
He
can fry
mad
him
because
all
I
day.
proved them
Don't
wrong.
do it to
Okay,
him,
man.
KB. I tell you about that.
He a troll, man. He a troll,
Man,
KB. I know y'all know that,
little
though. I know
baby
y'all know
into
that.
it right now. Now you gonna got James into it. Shit.
Yeah, now James a troll, y'all, but he entertaining though. You know, definitely emotional, but he entertaining.
Hey, Kwame, yo, your basketball breakdowns, dog. Keep doing them, bro.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
telling you,
definitely,
you
definitely.
teaching, bro.
So
You
between you and
exposing,
Carcino, I gotta choose.
bro. This dude right here. This is real basketball talk, bro. Like breaking down where dude's supposed to be at.
Yeah,
You
I
know
saw
who's
his as well, and his was like mine. I was like, man, me and him almost had the same exact.
That's what we
yeah.
got to do more
I
of, bro.
swear,
I'm telling you.
Carcino,
I'm gonna tell you
Carcino. I
what.
be
I'm
saying
gonna
the
tell you
same
what
shit.
done happened in the league. They don't do breakdowns like that because the league has not held superstars accountable since the MJM era, or
I
maybe
miss
the
that
era
Kobe
right after
detail they
that.
used
But
to have
now
back
they
in the
put the
day.
blame
Yeah,
on
that
role
Kobe
players.
detail was great, man.
You
That
gotta
was great.
hold the guy that you giving $100 million accountable.
I miss that
Yeah.
Kobe. That Kobe
Yeah.
detail was like perfect. I used to love that. I used to
But
pay
it's
for that.
funny because I was saying it in the video. I said they finna throw Aiden under the bus, and it's not even him. I said this. I was like, they leaving him on an island because I was like, they making he the one. Like, man, what? Like, why y'all ain't picking this up and it's looking bad on him? Like they scoring on him. But I was like, man, they threw him on an island because they ain't picking up. Like Dalton Connect was blowing switches. And I'm like, what are they working on in practice? This shows you they're not practicing.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to
They
say
never
practice.
practice. I think
Practice.
Isaiah Thomas said that.
He
I think
said, "Hey,
Isaiah
Chief,
Thomas, the point guard, said that on Cleveland. He said, if you
hey,
don't practice
King
as a
Chief
team, then you
say,
expect us to come out
why
here
you got
perform."
suspended after game 3 of the playoff?" Well, really, I should have been suspended after game 1 because the way I was cursing motherfuckers out, I already knew what he was doing. Like, just imagine, like, imagine me bringing you your agent and I'm telling you, boom, my agent gonna get you 80 million. Don't worry, I'm gonna get you the ball. This, is and that. And we was cool. He lived around the corner from me. He said, you know what he said? He brought me a gun in DC, all this shit. That sound like my friend, right? I don't know why the fuck he'd bring me a gun in the city where you can't have a gun, but hey, that's what the idiot said on camera. But so that's what we gonna go with. But nevertheless, everything was well. That would have ended well if I would have went with Dan Fagan. But the moment I didn't do that, and the moment he had that horrible ass game, I mean, when you found that game, that was all I needed to see. I mean, not the game, but the breakdown, like the stats. 3 for 19. It's hard to get around that. Everybody was asking him, what made you shoot so poorly?
Yeah,
And it's because I was in the post. Gilbert likes a running start.
They lost the game, y'all lost the game, is when he would go off and take 25 shots. But every game they won in that series, somebody else stepped up. And that's how they got picked.
And then I know y'all heard Eddie Jordan talk about your boy Gil, y'all. And I used to feel sorry for him because I ain't gonna lie, Kobe my favorite player. Like I said, I'm a Lakers fan, I'm a Wizards fan. I'm from PG, like I said, y'all. So forgive me for the Laker fan, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Kobe, the reason I love basketball. Eddie Jordan, what y'all think about when Eddie Jordan literally sick? I used to feel sorry for Gilbert about this knee injury. I used to be like, damn, I wish Gilbert would have been and came back, stuff in the injury. He might have been able to, still be who he was. Dog. Maybe I know you heard that thing.
Me being there, I know people think that's harsh for him to say that, but you got to understand something. When a coach is trying to discipline you and you undermine him every single time, like I bet you in the back.
I'm talking about what Eddie Jordan. Now, KB, I'm talking about what Eddie Jordan said that Gilbert directly did not follow the orders of the trainer. Remember, and he said he skipped like the first 3-4 steps of his rehab for his ACL. He went straight into the parachute, running with the parachutes. When the number was like step 4. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I was shocked. I couldn't believe Eddie Jordan said. I said, what? So that's why he would come back right for that knee injury.
That's happening when you don't
that makes so much sense.
hard head make it so fast.
Don't that make sense,
tell
bro?
Gil to go left, he
Exactly,
gonna
bro.
go right.
Exactly, bro. That makes so much sense because Gilbert is an arrogant idiot that think he know it all, that don't fucking want to listen to nobody. That made perfect sense when he said that he didn't even listen to the fucking trainer when he said,
Yes.
you need to do this step, this step, this step, and this step. Gilbert's like, nah, man, I think on that dumbass shit, I'm just gonna start with the running. He said he went straight to running with the parachute, then basketball activities.
Yeah,
Like,
on
what
the
the fuck? You
blacktop.
an idiot, bro. That nigga, he's so dumb. He sabotaged himself, y'all. And I used to be a fan of this guy. I still am. I still am. I don't hate him or
I
nothing, but
feel
it's
it.
just
I hear it.
it's just like, bro, like I said, I'm a Wizards fan, y'all. So it's like, it's the extra little emotions with me. I'm like, bro, like, why are you so like, you just don't want to, like, you just so, like, you could have been so much better in different aspects on the court, off the court. You just such an idiot. You got in your own way. But what you think about that, though, KB?
No, I was gonna let Cino go first because he was waiting to say something, then I'll go.
No, I was gonna say that like you were right about that, but Gil did it to himself. I was like, you were right. His arrogance was gonna keep him. It was the karma for all the stuff he was doing. Once he got that big contract, he felt that's it. I don't have to do nothing no more. His work ethic changed. He wasn't doing the same things. He was out partying late at night, partying, getting crazy with Nick Young and everybody else. He was so busy. They rented a house. I don't know if they've ever told y'all this. They used to have a house they rented where they would all bring in their mistresses and all people sleeping with each other in the closet, all kind of wild stuff going on.
Carcino know everything.
Man,
Oh,
it's something, man.
yeah. So Gil was doing
Carcino know
that.
everything.
That black hole, hey, that black hole, listen, dog.
That's why
Pause.
Nick Young say, man, you ruined my life, man.
He did. I'm telling y'all, he altered that boy Nick Young career for sure. It was
Yeah,
JaVale McGee, Blas, and Nick Young, but Nick Young the most. Nick Young definitely the most, for sure. Like he got
Gil,
affected the most. If
Gil
Nick
is
Young would have got
like
drafted to a professional organization, he would have been a different dude, man. I'm telling you, he'd have been a more of a professional. You know what I'm saying? Because Nick Young, certain dudes are like sponges. You
I
put them
told
in
him
a
he wasn't a
structured
good role
environment.
model. Remember, I got online and told him though. I said, "Yo, Cino, I told Gil to his face, I said, bro, you supposed to be a good role model. You are
Right.
like a horrible influence. Like you a bad
I
influence.
don't
I can
know
see
who
it."
told Gil he could never be a role model to anybody. He don't know how to be. He's an oversized child.
I said it. I can see. I said, "Dog, what's up with you, Kanye? You like 0.5? You tripping? You should have got
So
over this."
even though it hurt as a fan, I'm glad when it's coming out because at least I got peace where I understand why stuff happened the way it happened now. You feel me, KB? Because I always just was scratching my head all them years right there, like from when you came to even after you left with Gilbert, all that shit. Like it was always weird, man. Like and all the stuff you said and Eddie Jordan and the time that shit gave me clarity, man. So at least I understand all the foolery that was happening, man. So I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah,
Yep.
KB. I understand why you didn't go to practice, bro. I
Yeah,
fully understand, bro.
Nah, I should
I
have
was
with
like,
my
I'm
ass
oh
glad you
shit.
didn't go, KB. I'm
I
glad you didn't
did. I
go. You
would.
might
Did.
not be
I
I
was
should have
popular.
with
me
my ass to
immaturely. I
practice.
was
Fuck
did
that.
it. I'm from. You know where I'm from. I'm from East Oakland. I'm gone. You know.
Yeah,
I'm
but
staying.
Gil
Man, you'd avoided your
tore his
contract.
knee up.
I know. I'm losing
See, I'm
all the
gonna
money.
tell y'all a
I'm
secret.
mad.
Let me tell y'all a secret. Don't nobody know. Nobody know about Gil. Y'all finna know right now. Gil tore his knee up. He already injured his knee when he was doing Navy SEAL training before the season, and he was playing with an injured knee already, and didn't tell the NBA nothing.
Wow.
After,
Hey,
after
did it have something to do?
after LeBron James did the free throw thing and he got embarrassed, he went to train with a Navy SEAL so he could be mentally strong down the stretch because he felt he choked and he would choke down the stretch. So he went to go see a Navy SEAL guy to train to be mentally strong. And he was like, "Oh, I was strong to start that season. Man, I was in the best shape of my life." But he tore his knee up doing Navy SEAL training. Navy SEAL training is entirely different from any other sports. This is what happened to Tiger Woods' knee. His whole body broke down after that. Tiger Woods started doing Navy SEAL training, and Tiger was so good, he almost was like, "Man, I should try out for the SEALs." But then he tore his body up doing that, trying to go do another sport. He tore his knee up doing that, and the NBA didn't have no idea that's what tore Gil's knee up.
And he couldn't say nothing because his money would have got voided.
Gil concealed it all that time and was just like it's soreness, knee soreness. So when his knee finally gave out on a small little pick, like it wasn't even enough to tear your knee up, but it was already a tear in there, and they just didn't see it and missed it. But he knew where he tore it up at, and it was that Navy SEAL training. Gil, we dare you to respond to that.
He's not gonna do it.
And Carcino up there with Cash Patel. I got Carcino up there with Cash Patel. James Bond.
Gil, we dare you to respond.
I got Carcino up there with TMZ.
Hey, Bill, us Wizards fans deserve an answer from you, Gilbert. We deserve an explanation from you, sir. We all believed in you. You was Agent Zero. They had billboards of you on the side of the buildings. We had young dudes like me. We had young dudes like me believing in you, brother. We thought you was a real one when it came to competitive basketball, Gilbert. And you let us down, Gilbert.
I ain't believe
Hey, I got Carcino up there. I got Carcino up there with Sherlock Holmes, Inspector Gadget, Clues.
Scooby-Doo Shaggy, bro.
Hell yeah.
Have you ever heard about that?
Heard about what?
What I said about Gil.
The Navy SEAL
house? Oh, everybody know about that house. I'm
I'm talking about the information I put out.
The Navy SEALs and all that.
I ain't know nothing about that Navy SEAL training.
Oh yeah, that's real.
So he felt like LeBron touched him and made him turn cold. So he went to another man to help him get focused.
Yep, that was the embarrassment. He couldn't deal with it.
Oh yeah, y'all know another part about that too, right? Y'all know he was gambling with LeBron and them and Damon Jones during the series. I think I heard that from you because I seen that. Oh, that's allegedly. Was that confirmed?
LeBron was gambling with him.
So if that's the case, when LeBron whispered in his ear, KB, he was like, allegedly, it's LeBron. Hey, don't forget that money you owe us, dude. You might as well miss his free throws and we good. And then look, what Gilbert do? He shook his head. Look, Gilbert shook his head and smiled. And what did he do? He took his free throws. He might have threw the game right there, y'all. Allegedly, y'all. It's my Wizards fan I'm coming out. I'm sorry. I believe we could have beat the Cavs them years. I was a young Wizards fan. You know, I was believing we could win. So I was always heartbroken a little bit about that. So I gotta give myself some justification, y'all. Gilbert threw that damn series because LeBron and Damon Jones was stinking them and gambling. They probably was rigging the games. Gilbert was sweet for it. KB, they was stinging him, KB, and they got him to be like, look, if you throw the series, you don't got to pay nothing. We good.
Hey, that was 06, right? Hey, that was 06, right? Like the series Antoine Jameson was balling.
I'm mad that he went to Navy SEAL training. Like, why would he do that to get focused instead of just play more or shoot more free throws?
Like, it was embarrassing. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, everybody, we love Gilbert out the city, out the DMV. He was like the toast of the town for sure. But everybody was disappointed when you missed the free throws, y'all. Like, he was Mr. Clutch. Y'all gotta remember, he was Mr. Clutch. So he missed the free throw. That like took the chink out of his arm.
And then shoot free throws so I could be more tired. Then shoot the free throws.
I agree with you, bro, for sure.
Yeah, he was a good free throw shooter.
But like his heart rate may have been up, so he may have shot it and missed it because his heart rate was up. You know, the more tired you are, the harder it is to make a free throw.
Yep.
What did he shoot from the line? He was like in the 80s, in the high 80s.
Yeah, he was always in the 80s. He was always in the 80s.
So that nigga was cash at the line.
But like, if KB saying dude ain't playing defense, that mean he getting lazy. That mean that don't sound like he running. That don't sound like he want to put nope.
Kwame.
But all right, yeah.
Oh yeah, pull that up.
Okay.
Nice, Cino. I know. I keep saying this, Cino. I know. I keep saying this.
On my next game.
I really want you to do that.
I just failed. I just missed. I became a hero hitting the shot to go to overtime, and then let the team down. Right, and I'm in there like, yo, like I can't. Like I said, I'm about to take a week off. I'll be here tomorrow. Took 2,000 shots. The next day, 2,000 shots. And then someone asked me a question like, you know, those free throws, they mess with you mentally? And like, whoa. And I didn't even think about the free. And he put doubt. Oh, I need to do something about this, right? I remember I'm talking to Drew. I'm like, who has the Who's mentally strong in this world? He was like, usually Black Ops, Navy SEALs. Find me a Black Op guy. Find me a Black Op guy, right? It was like, what? Find me a Black Op guy. I need to, like, I don't want to think about those free throws no more. I need to really mentally check in. Like, I really need to, what is Kobe over there doing, right? And it was like Kobe was working out this Black Ops guy named Frank out of San Francisco.
Damn.
San Francisco, went to San Francisco. I didn't have no plan. San Francisco, went to San Francisco. Wow. Met with him. I remember the trainer Drew came with him, and I was like, he was like, what's the problem? I was like, there's no problem. I just don't want one. I don't want a problem. I want to be mentally strong. I miss free throws, and someone made me think about him, and I don't want to think about him no more. And then from there, everything became mental. Everything he did was just mental. I stayed there for a week. That's it. That's all I needed. Just a week. Just to see something different. I remember our first one was a warm up, and he's like, all right, we're going to warm up. We got to go to the Blue House.
Blue House?
Yeah, it's just a Blue House. We're on the beach. Blue House, all right, cool. You know, you start running, talking, yeah, chap, chap. Right, you start looking up, chap, chap, chap. 5 minutes go by, start chap, chap, chap. Right, you know, he's like, oh, as long as you keep looking for that Blue House, it's going to be a long run.
What?
He said, I suggest you just look down at the sand and just keep moving. And when I tell you the Blue House, we done, we done.
He said, what I tell you?
Yeah.
Blue House.
4 hours.
What?
4 hours. That was our warm up. 4 hours in the sand running to the Blue House. And I'm just looking down, we just talking.
Was there a Blue House?
It was a Blue House. 4 hours later. That's what I'm saying. It was 4 hours later.
That's insane.
And I remember he didn't know nothing about basketball. Mm-hmm. Right? This was just all physical, running up hills, down until you bleed. Like my trainer was throwing up blood. He says, and when you throw up blood, you keep going. All right. And then that was the first time I heard it, but I didn't know it. He's like, yo, we work out till we black out. All right, cool. I never knew what he meant until Kobe used to say it.
Mm-hmm.
And now I knew what, then I black out, like we're going to keep working out until one of us pass out. We're not going to stop this. We're going to play one-on-one until one of us pass out. That's how we're going to keep working until one of us just croaks it. And that was the mentality. So we're doing a shooting drill. And he's like, how many, he's at 5 spots. Because I was like, yo, I gotta get some shots up. He was like, all right, I'll rebound for you. Because I'm like, I can do all this shit all day you want and all that. That's cool. But I still need my brain still needs to do this. He was like, all right, how many do you usually do? I said, 100 a spot. He was like, all right, cool. He said, we're gonna do 1,000 a spot. I wait, what? 1,000 a spot. All right. Shot. All right. You know, the brain starts tricking off, thinking about some shit else. You know what I mean?
Like, thinking about 1,000.
He said 1,000, right? Who do 1,000? And all I was like, 15 minutes seemed like it went by. 15, 20 minutes went by. And he was like, 10. 10. Like, oh no, I missed like 8 row after. After he said 10, I missed 8 in a row. He was like, I'm gonna tell you one thing. We're not stopping until you get to the 1,000. So you better focus. And then I had to like try to create a method to not think about the longevity and just focus. So then it was like, all right, let me try to string some out. Fuck him, right? Boom, that was 20 in a row. All right, miss one. I got to be 20 in a row. Boom. All right, that's 23. I got to be 23 in a row, right? And then eventually my brain started hyper thinking, right? Start stringing. All right, I made something all net. Let's just go all net. The rim, right? And I'm sitting here playing a game with my own mind because first it becomes you're not concentrating. And then not concentrating went to, I got 9,000. I got 990 shots left. Oh, hell no, give it up, right? So eventually saying, oh no, I got to get through this. Brain starts reactivating, starts really concentrating. Now I'm making 30, 40, 50 in a row, mad that I missed the one. Because my brain tells me, damn, I need to get this over with. I need to make all 990 in a row. And then I'm just walking through these spots. So when I go back the next season, you can see the concentration in shots. You can see it like that's where turnaround comes from. I didn't walk through this like yeah. I didn't walk.
So as you can see, the next season he tears his knee up, completely ripped.
Is that why Kobe hurt his knee too?
Yeah.
And so how did they get mad at me when I said that Kobe said he made Tracy quit when he did workouts like that?
Yeah, Kobe.
Gilbert is just admitting it.
Yeah, no business doing that type of workout. I have to say that.
Yeah,
I would told him
Kobe
no
said
to
it.
rip
Kobe
out.
said,
I would have looked at him dead in his eyes
quit.
like, bro, I ain't built like that, bro. Would told him. I appreciate that though.
Listen,
I appreciate that.
I just don't like when they say I'm
He
hating
should
on
have.
people
He should have. He should have did
all I
the
do is
Came
mental
back
respect
part
what
tomorrow.
somebody's
and left
saying.
the physical part out. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened.
No, I just hate that they keep saying I'm hating on people when I'm just telling you how it really happened. Kobe said I made Tracy quit. That's it. That's all.
Hey
Yeah,
Kwame,
man,
have
everybody
you ever
quit. You
have
man,
you ever
Y'all
did a
see Gil
oh
just all the Gil people that was in the chat, like you lying, see, no, you lying. Now this man just said it right out of his own mouth. Just told you he did the SEAL training.
yeah. So
he was
Kwame, you
talking a
ever did
lot.
a
You know,
blackout
he be
workout with Kobe?
He went over there and he went with the guy
Me?
that trains Kobe.
Yeah.
He stayed a week.
I ain't stupid enough to do no blackout workout with Kobe. What the fuck I'm gonna do that for?
I was gonna say, like you
Kobe would have
seem
been
like
just
that.
as
You like
good
a
without
real
blacking
sane
out. He could have
person.
worked out right before he blacked out and got some hydration and been just as good. I've been a blackout. What kind of sense does that make?
You see that guy ran, he ran Gil to Gil trainer was throwing up blood.
Ooh, blood? We ain't
Yeah,
gonna
that's what he
stop.
just said. You just heard him say it. He's
Yeah,
like,
they
my
do that
trainer
shit for
was throwing
war.
up blood.
He
They
probably was
train
wearing
for
a.
life and death.
Probably was
He
wearing a
over
Navy
here
SEAL
laughing
boot
at
too.
that. That's sinister. I'm not gonna
Running
look.
4 hours in soft sand, man, that stuff would tear you up.
He
If you
probably was
ain't
wearing the boots too. The Navy SEAL
right,
boots.
you
No,
just
you know.
can't
Bruh.
go
I
straight.
don't think like I've been through some basketball workouts. I've been through some tears, but I don't think I've ever thrown up some blood and said I'm gonna continue.
Well, the
No.
reason why that type of workout would tear Gilbert's knee up is because we are larger dudes. Gilbert is like 6'3". But believe it or not, our knees are the same size. Trust me, I didn't believe the doctor when he said that shit when I just had my knee surgery. He said that we all have the same size knee. So I'm taller than you, but I'm putting 275 pounds of pressure on my knee. That's the same size as yours. Gilbert is 6 foot whatever, but he's over 200 pounds. And so running in sand like that puts a lot of pressure on his knee. So maybe Eric Waters, that dumb, inexperienced trainer that we had, maybe he would have told Gilbert to go do that. But Arnie Canner, that used to be at Detroit, would have told Gil, "Nah, don't go do something like that. I'll get you in shape. I'll come do some mental focus with you."
Run some
Yep.
stairs.
Yeah.
Gil should have
That's what I
focused on the
told
mental
you.
part. He should have
And
focused on
Gil
the mental
uses his
part.
speed.
It's
Like he
all
uses his
mental
speed a
with
lot
Gil.
too.
It's psychological. If he's embarrassed, like
Yeah.
that was
He need
embarrassing.
to talk to a
LeBron go up
therapist.
Yeah.
there,
LeBron got to him, you know, for sure. That got to him.
yeah, and said,
That
"Hey, if you
situation
miss,
got to him.
it's over. If you miss these, it's all over." And he
So
missed.
like I said, remember, y'all, I know y'all know this. He was known for being clutch, and he was. He was definitely clutch. He was hitting all kind of walk on, turning around. Like the city was going crazy. Like, so you known for being this clutch guy, and then you come up short in the playoffs in a clutch moment. So as an athlete, I already know you know about this, KB. That's going to psychologically mess with you, especially when you somebody like Gil that got that big ass ego, and you know what I'm saying, and self-centered as he was. You know what I'm saying? So that got to him for sure, man.
Yeah, he tore his knee up, and then he could have easily come back if he'd have done the rehab the way they told him to do it, step by step. He wanted to rush and get himself back because he did that SEAL training. It's like, oh, that SEAL training, man, you just got to jump on in, and all of his explosiveness was gone. Everything that gave him that made him Gil was gone. He couldn't. That first step explosion was
Yep.
gone.
That
Yeah.
first step, get around that corner. You
That
get around
nigga
that
first
corner.
step was crazy
Because
back then.
that was my advantage on the basketball court. I had a very quick first step. So my first step was zip. It was like wow, because my reflexes are sharp. So I had quick reflexes. So my first step was like zip. It was like wow. So I could shoot, so they was gonna come out on me. You know, I'm not somebody that's really trying to get all the way to the basket to get laid out. So I'm like, I could just pull up and shoot. So they gonna jump out at me. So if my first step, zip, and give me the space I need. So
you just trying, you trying to pull up. You trying to pull up that little 2-footer. You trying to pull up that 15-footer.
Man, I was doing things.
Yeah, you ain't trying to do all the. You ain't trying to get creative at the basket, trying to finish up with a big man like KB. No,
Man, it's all the big hawks down there. I wasn't trying to get annihilated like that.
To learn the
I
flow.
believe I could fly like Mike. I was like, I'm gonna try to do it.
5'11", and I'm going up against people like Lee Cummins and all them. That's Terry Cummins' brother, TC brother. I'm like, man, shoot, Lee about 6'3". He would have been in the league, but he was. Y'all think DeMarcus Cousins was something? Yo, man, that ain't nothing. Lee cussed everybody out for a pickup game. I was like, man, Lee, what you doing?
You know, some games are like that, man. Some people take it that serious. That's how the passion of the game is. I miss that. I wish they bring brothers like KG and them back like that. But you know, back when I was growing up, I think in AAU, I think you know that guy Thon Maker. They used to think he was gonna be like KG. I swear to God, you wouldn't believe it. Don Maker, when I was growing up in AAU circuit, he was the guy.
Another thing. He a Mississippi State legend out there. Don Maker.
Yeah,
he was doing his thing in high school. Another thing
I was in high school playing against him. I know.
Yeah, he was supposed to be Wimby.
I wanted to say this because KD, this is the point you be making. Gilbert, he might not have been the same Casino. You're right, he was never gonna be the same. But if he had other traits, he could have hung around a little bit. And that's what KD be saying, Files, like he was just an offensive centric player. And like that was another thing that was part of our undoing in the playoffs. Like he never made them critical stops and critical moments because that wasn't like our team mentality. Our best player didn't like enforce that.
The problem is you would have to have. We used to have defensive schemes. You heard Etan say it. We would stop focusing on their best player and focus on how we gonna help Gil. And I'm just like, damn.
And that would mess everything up. And in the critical moments, y'all would have, and people take advantage, and we would always lose. And it's like,
well, if y'all focus on helping him, if y'all focus on helping Gil out the whole game, I mean, at the end of the game, can he at least help out on defense at that point? Like, hey, bro, we can help you out the whole game. Can you step up now?
Kirk Heinrich is good, but was he that good?
Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. At the end of the game, hey, bro, come on.
But you know what happens too. Like the other team know that shit. So if y'all covering up for them, the other team know y'all covering up for them. So they gonna go after him.
They was attacking again. Yeah, they was attacking him for sure, man.
For sure.
And it's like, if you would have held your end of the bargain, we could have did something. And the only reason why he didn't, KP, is because of Grunfeld. And that's the part where I agree with Eton, because he kept saying that, like Eton, and he know, because Eton know, like, bro, if you didn't get him that rope to be a jackass and be lazy on D and stuff like that, Gilbert wasn't no great defender, but he could have been decent, KB. You feel me? I know you know that.
Hamilton wasn't a great defender, but he became one.
Well, he had the ability to be a good enough defender to not be a liability, but he just had the mentality to not do it because the
why I don't understand.
The coach allowed him.
Hamilton was not a great.
That's why I don't understand why he going to work on his mind and all that. Because defense is a state of mind. It's hard to do so. So if you're trying to be well-rounded, then he should have worked on playing defense because you got to be able to stop the guy. Well, who want to have Kurt Heinrich bust their ass the way he did?
I can't even go home like that.
He'd probably be a Hall of Famer. He'd probably be a Hall of Famer if he played.
The thing is,
I was lying. Every guard was like a Hall of Famer against Gil. They came and bust his ass. I'm telling you. Brevin Knight used to come in with Paul Gasol and torch us.
Felt good and didn't see that night, boy.
Got him looking like Walt Frazier.
And all Gil did was brag about him having 39, but he gave us 34.
I was just about to say, just like Sino said, that free throw stuck with him more, right? Because that's what he cared about. He didn't care about getting cooked because he was like, I'm cooking you more. I don't care if Kurt Heinrich have 23 points. I had 31. But you shot 25 shots to get 31, and Kurt Heinrich shot like 9 or 15.
Man, hold on, big fella. I get so sick of these non-athletes talk. This is his response to what I just said. This guy said defense is a state of mind now. I thought it was only energy and effort. I didn't say only genius. So you wasn't listening the first time. Let me tell you the second time.
First.
I said, what's the first two things that you need to be a great defender? That's energy and effort. You got to start there, genius. I didn't say only. But in order to work hard, and is a state of mind, to have that grind, to work on defense, to even have the energy, you got to put in that grind. You got to put in that effort. So a guy that don't want to play defense, why is he going to work on his mind when he don't have the mindset to go through the grind of playing defense? What Kobe was doing and preparing his legs for in practice was sliding his feet so that when the time came in the game, he could do so. But the stars of today, they only want to show you them standing out shooting threes and step back threes so that you only look at their stat sheet. Now you wait till LeBron come back and I circle where he is opposed to where he's supposed to be on the court. And you'll see that the NBA has traded in baskets for anybody even giving energy on defense. And they've made the media like curtail their coverage in that way to take your eyes off how atrocious they are at defense and rebounding and talk about how many points they scoring.
Yeah, but you don't have to be a genius. Like if you see the ball come off the rim, put a body on somebody, dog. You see the ball go up, put a body on somebody. The coach don't have to tell you that shit. Like it's not rocket science, bro. Like it's just
it's a mentality. Now you can see
it's just fundamental. Like
teams like okay,
but hold on.
They got a bunch of young players like they buy into like stuff like that. They make the second effort and stuff like that. That's why they won a championship.
Yeah, but bro, think about it. Kwame, by the time he's in the NBA, he was taught fundamentals. All these dudes know fundamentals. So it's not like you working from nothing. It's not like every player's working not knowing shit about basketball. Like you know what the ball goes.
No, but that's why I'm gonna challenge you a little bit. Kwame, listen. Kwame come from the end of the end of the previous era. He come from the era.
But any era they learn. But
no. This era is not getting taught the same, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like I played ball too. No, they're not. They're not getting taught the same like Kwame when them was getting taught.
So they're not being taught how to box out.
No, it's not getting like emphasized the same way, bro. I've been going to practice and stuff like that. Trust me.
No, but I'm saying they understand the principles of boxing out. They
don't really they don't know they don't. That's what I'm telling you. They do boxing drills, but they don't teach with the kids like the real fundamentals and for boxing. They're not strict about that no more, bro. I'm telling you, like
they're not strict. They don't want to. But that's different.
And that's why as they get older, it's not important to them. So by the time they get to the league, they got away with not doing that too much all this whole time. So that's why, like Kwame and Cino saying, they're not going to do that stuff when they get to the league. That's why people are doing it. Like they can do it. They don't have the mentality. It's just like a mental.
But I'm not talking about like whether they can't. Like I'm talking about they know how to do it. They just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? They know, like it's not rocket science, bro.
Because they want to stay healthy, and the teams want them to stay healthy. So the GMs don't even require it no more. If LeBron is where he's supposed to be all the time, he could potentially get hurt. These guys are not going to stick their nose in to play defense. They're just going to get their numbers. They're going to blame everybody else. They're going to bring in extra players to cover up for the superstar so that person can do the grunt work. And hopefully he can take the pressure off of the superstar while they just score points.
Yep, I agree.
I was watching your film footage. I was watching your film footage that you were doing. I think it was Austin Reeves on the wing on the right hand side, and there was SGA. He was going one-on-one with somebody, and he's just standing right there. Like, yo, SGA should be priority. You standing right there. You know. You taught to stunt and recover, but when you have a guard like SGA, like get the ball out of his hands, you right there. You know what I mean? Help your defender out.
Wall him off. Exactly. You can't leave him on the island with that dude because he get beside you, he gonna hit you with that off arm. And he made Aiden move, so them guards don't have a chance.
Kwame,
Well,
do you
listen,
think
man,
as
I'm
a
about to get up off of this thing, man. We about to end this. So you know when y'all got a live set, man. So I need to handle some business for a few hours. I need to get in somebody chat.
Oh well, it's finna go down right after this. I got to get started. I got to cover this information. I had some breaking news the other day about the NBA and how the feds was asking them questions about those free throws. And in the same night, nobody even reported on it. It was breaking news. I found out about it, that the feds was asking them, what is a foul? What dictates these free throws? And I showed the charts because the free throws this year is the highest it's ever been in NBA history by 3 times. They're shooting 90 free throws a game. So that night, everybody who was in the high free throws, they weren't getting any. I was like, you think that's a coincidence? Luka, Austin Reeves, Jalen Brunson, Shea Alexander, none of them were going to the line like that. They were going 6, 7 times, and all that 17 free throw stuff was out.
Because they done made the lead to where these guards can just get you on the side of them, initiate the contact, basically batter ram you, and you got to all but get out their way once they get a shoulder by you. And that's not how defense is played. You can get your shoulder by me all you want to. I can get this forearm on your hip and kind of control you a little bit, but now they don't want you to touch these guys. I'm telling you, the way they incentivize this league to score, it's sad what we're seeing.
Yep.
Anybody that know real basketball, this is actually sad. This is almost choreography at this point.
Yeah, it's not real ball.
When I'm seeing the scores up to 120, I started to get the question. I'm like, oh no, I'm not like.
Now I gotta explain to people because everybody saw Steph Curry split with Under Armour, but they don't know why. So I know the why. So I'm gonna have to.
Let's get to the why, man. Let's do this. I'm getting in the chat. What you gonna do? What we doing this?
I'm doing it like right when we end this. I'm gonna get it all set up, and we're gonna be
all
done.
right. Well, hey, I appreciate everybody came on the
I
pedal.
appreciate
Kyrie,
it,
easy said and done. Kobe,
Salute,
Cino.
y'all.
Hey, I'm in
Salute,
your bush. Salute. Appreciate everybody. Man.
Find that clip, that I talked about with Kmart and Rashad told Gilbert he was a dummy, man. Find that for me and make a video about that, man, please. Hey, love, fellas. Appreciate y'all. Y'all be safe, man.
All right.
Y'all too.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm in the chat, Cino.
Okay.
Oh, let me end it. Hold on. Wait. Let's see. Cancel this. I got to end the live first before I leave the studio. There we go.